I'm going to go with.
Okay, so Carl, for your incremental lens, you're taking
something
magic
else
item.
in there.
Okay.
Let me look at my class
I'll be
chart.
right back.
Yeah, I know. I gotta look at my class chart and see what my options are.
Okay.
I remember starting to look next time and going, oh, this isn't going to be easy. So, of course, I didn't do it right then.
Procrastinator.
I'm an idiot.
So, Scott, did you enjoy L5R on Sunday?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Too fast.
Lowell was going, maybe I ought to wrap that campaign up. And I'm like, no, we just get started, you jerk.
We've been a couple years in that game.
No, we haven't.
I think so, if we went back and checked.
Like 4 minutes. Like 4 minutes.
We missed so much of it. It's really only been like 2
That
weeks.
is actually, we did have a lot of losses because of that. I did get Alan the car. So that took care of his problem.
Alan the what?
You know, his car died?
No, Paige's car
Paige's
died.
car died.
I heard Paige's car's oil.
Oh yeah, it died.
It was leaking, so he gave her his car. But
yeah, it's dead.
I didn't hear that it actually died.
Yeah, so I gave him the Lumina.
So with the incremental advance, sorry to interrupt, I can take a champion thing, or just a...
yeah, so at that point, let me check here real quick. You should, if you take the champion feat at that level, you should have...
No, I'm just saying I can take a champion feat for whatever feat that I...
Yeah, you could take that, and you'd have 4 adventure feats and 2 champion feats then at that point.
2, 3, 4... No, okay, wait.
Lowell, can you send me the link to Shadow of the Titan? I have that Ashen Stars thing, and I can't get back to my... I'm sorry
so
about
now,
this.
actually, I've got 3 adventure feats right now and 2 champion feats, so I guess I need to take an adventure feat.
Yeah, you should have a... you should have another one of those. Okay.
I'm just going to take an additional 5th level spell.
Okay. Sherry, I put it in the chat for Skype. Can you get it out of that?
I bet I can.
Okay.
I have great faith in my ability to cut and paste.
Okay.
Excellent.
Scott, what are you taking for your incremental?
I think I'm taking a champion feat.
Okay. So, where we left off last time, again, you guys had made your way into Nautilus, discovered that somehow it had intersected with this weird trans-dimensional dungeon that you guys have been looking for called the Torrentstal, an ancient ruins. And you're still in here searching for the source of the monsters that have been going out and attacking the villagers and harvesting their magic. And you're in here to find the Mask of the Empress. Essentially part of the device that you need to restore her back to life. Last time, you guys made your way along a series of traps, and you did not quite so well with your rolls throughout that. And it was pretty funny for me as the GM to watch you do damage to yourselves throughout that. Eventually you made your way deeper into the more sort of core Torrentstal area, and the map on the board we have here. You came here and made your way through and were attacked by these flying whipper things and these puffer fish and these worm things that were kind of grayish, black and white. And they were some of them were teleporting in, and you guys were able to put a stop to the generators that were allowing them to do that. Guys healed up, got your recoveries back, rather spent your recoveries to heal yourselves up, and then pressed on to the next section. And where we left off last night, after the B zone and all of that stuff, was with you guys kind of coming to an entryway looking out into an enormous chamber. Are there any questions before I start to describe that?
Okay, so now is this is past this area here that we were fighting in?
Right. So you've gone past this into that next way through to find yourselves at that chamber.
Just a quick question, Lowell.
Sure.
I looked through all of the talents that I have and things that I could get adventure feats in, and there's really nothing that. I mean, I've already got archery, double range adventure feat, lethal hunter. There's nothing else that I really want to get.
Well, don't forget you can always swap out. Well, you can also take a champion feat on something. So if you took double ranged attack, you could take the adventurer and the champion feat.
Wait, say it again. I missed something.
If you took double ranged attack, you could take the adventurer feat for that and the champion feat for that.
But I already have the double range adventure feat. You're saying if I
you could also take the champion feat with it.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you can take multiple feats off the same talent.
Because it's not like you have to buy the adventurer one to get the champion.
Right. And
so you can pick and choose champion, right? Just pluck that off the tree and never take the adventure feat if you don't like it.
Don't you have to take them in order, like if they're like hierarchical, like if they don't, if like one's a +1 and one's a +2, you have to take the +1 before you get the +2. I think.
If you can point me to one, that does that, I don't think most of them do that.
So, but wait, the Lowell earlier just told me that I have to have 4 adventurers.
You should have 4 adventure feats and 2 champion feats.
But I have 3 adventure feats and 2 champion feats, so
you're missing an adventurer feat.
I'm missing an adventure feat, right?
So you could look at something where you have the champion. If you want to take an adventurer on that to increase the power of it.
For every champion feat that I have, I also have its adventure feat.
No, you don't. Nope.
Yeah, he does. He's got 2 adventure feats, so he could have.
Okay.
I
see what you're saying.
Champion. So.
Okay. Well, let's look and see now. So. And you didn't see none of the standard feats were that great for you?
Can I just pick a standard feat, like just
Yeah.
one of the general?
Yeah, not the racial ones, but the general ones are always available for your feat picks. And keep in mind with this, when we do a level up, if you decide that you don't care for that one, after you can always change that out when we do a level progression.
Interesting. Okay, let me take a look at the...
Yeah, take a look at those and see if there's anything that are in there.
Let me just...
There were some okay ones, if I recall. More backgrounds.
There's precise shot.
Precise shot, so you don't hit allies.
What fun would that be?
There's some nice ones.
Yeah, let me read through.
Oh, skill escalation is a nice one.
I like strong recovery too. It actually allows you to reroll.
I don't like skill escalation because I'm not sure how many times you need to roll skill checks during combat.
Scott's used it a couple times. Yeah, but okay. So
regardless.
Other questions?
Nope.
Okay, so I'm going to show you a map. Okay, and it's a terrible map because I've drawn it by hand. So I'm going to show it to you, and you're going to go, "What the huh?" So give me a chance to describe it before you taunt me and snicker at me for that. Okay?
Okay.
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
It's actually much better than I thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let me start by describing the chamber itself. As I told you last time, and you guys are looking down from kind of above in this blue spot that's up here.
Okay.
That's kind of the entryway that you've come. And there are probably some other exits out, not unlike this, around. And again, by the way, this isn't to scale at all. The chamber is roughly spherical, and where you're seeing the walls themselves are kind of moving and swirling. It's hard to tell their depth. Some of what you're
You
seeing.
mean those discs that we see?
No,
Or
I'm talking about the outside of the great big circle.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it's sort of a bubble. Is it transparent or is it?
No. The walls
opaque?
themselves are opaque, and they are. Some of it is like the material of Torrentstal, but in sections you will see parts that look like the shell of Nautilus. But what you're seeing is, you know how a shell goes spiral? How it has that sort of at the top, it kind of spins and swirls. You'll see sections like that kind of bleed off into the infinite.
Fun.
All of it at the sort of where the sphere is, it all feels very soft, dimensionally porous. Like you're not sure if you what would happen if you went actually down there. So that's what is sort of surrounding this massive chamber. Now, what you will see, and these are just examples, you'll see those elliptical shapes that I have there all over the map.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that there are more of those. What they look like is that they are sort of spheres, and you can see they have a slight. They are mostly translucent, like there's kind of a bubble or a force field around them, and there's a slight tinge to the different colors of these as they're kind of moving around. They're gently kind of moving, and what you see inside of those bubbles are essentially there are kinds of like rooms in them. So you might see a floor in them, and they look like different rooms, chambers, masses of rooms, that kind of thing. So each of these spheres appears to be a section, appears to be an area.
So it looks like a randomly ripped out area of some place?
No, because you're not seeing that. There aren't like rough edges.
Okay.
Where the thing sits. You think that this must be part of the arrangement of the rooms of the Torrentstal itself. That there are these chambers and rooms that are in here that move around. And again, when the guy was trying to describe the Torrentstal to you before, he almost couldn't.
Okay.
Now, there are two other features here. Well, actually, there's a couple other features here. One of the things you'll see is there are these what look like almost stone towers, but they're actually like spiral stairs. And there's a number of sets of them. They're maybe, you guess, about 100 feet tall or so, and they are also floating around.
Oh, so they're not associated with anything.
No, they just seem to be floating around.
What about the ones that we see are that are connected? Are they connecting the two?
Probably at some point you'll actually see one of those sets of stairs actually come between two of these spheres and sort of hang there for a bit, like it's connecting it.
Okay, so these are spheres, not discs.
Right, these are spheres. And then those the sort of staircases that are floating will go away. The other thing that you see is I've got sort of patterns of red in there.
Mm-hmm.
That looks like great sections of the air that looks more solid, that are kind of hanging almost like a cloud, like a slightly opaque cloud of red. But you will actually see those will hang and will connect some of the spheres together. And in a couple places, you'll see things, once those sort of masses of the red clouds connect, you will see things actually swimming between the different spheres.
Huh.
Say that again.
Swimming.
Say that again.
Yes. So in some cases, like let's take a look down here. This just as an example. Let's say down here where I've got that the two spheres here and the red mist are connecting. let's say in that purple sphere, you see an area where you can see those crabmen that seem to be working on things, and then you will see some of them swim through that red mist over
got
to
it.
the other one.
Got it.
And again, there are more of these than I'm showing on here.
Only in the red mist. They can't just generally sort of swim.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're swimming otherwise. So it looks like the two kind of connections things between these are these stone stairs that are floating around and these sections of sort of floating water or gel, you're not sure.
So the crabmen are working on the outside surface of
inside.
Inside surface.
Yes.
Okay.
Now there are two other things I want to point out. One of the spheres is not moving, and it's that bright glowing one that I described to you last time. That it's holding in place sort of across, and it's glowing and swirling, and it looks kind of important. And above it are actually
Yeah.
for this.
Ping this.
So that's this over here, this yellow one. Okay.
Okay.
Above
That's the important one.
Yeah, that
right?
looks like the important one, and there's some other stuff around it, but we'll talk about that.
Approximately how far away is it? Is it like a mile away? Is it 100 miles away?
I would say it's closer to a mile away.
Sorry, what was the what was that red parallelogram again? What?
Oh, I'm just showing that inside there actually is floor, and there is actually rooms inside the chamber.
Each one of these spheres, or
yeah,
just
each
that
one of these spheres.
Okay.
There are multiple
and the
spheres.
little spirally DNA thingy is sort of the stairs, or what?
Yeah, that's just the stairs.
Okay. And the one that's out in the left, that's kind of in the middle of nowhere. What's?
They're just floating around. The stairs aren't actually permanently connected. It looks like sometimes they hook up with these rooms and then move off.
Ah.
So
Is
is
this
there
just
anybody on these stairs?
one room or many rooms?
There are some of these are bigger than others. So some of them looks like it's a single room, and some of them looks like it's multiple rooms, like a complex. You don't see
And why is-
anybody using the stairs, Carl.
Okay. Now how
Why is
big
this sort
are
of blobby
these?
instead of circular?
Okay, so I'm going to answer your question, Ben, and then I'll answer Carl. So what's your question, Ben?
This is sort of like not like the others.
That is actually the entryway, the iris that you've come out looking out. So imagine that's actually on the wall of the greater sphere. That you're looking down into the chamber from that point. So that is you guys up here.
Gotcha. I understand.
Okay, Carl, your question?
Okay, these spheres, approximately how big are they?
Probably the biggest one is probably about, let's say 20 yards across, maybe a little bit more.
Oh, so they're not that big at all.
No, they're rooms, maybe a little bit larger. I mean, again, it's hard to judge with the perspective, but I mean, they look like sections, not like a whole, land unto itself.
Okay.
I have a question then. So, the white space, like the inside of the sphere, how do we relate to this? Like, we come through this iris, and do we fall?
No, you've kind of come through the iris, and you're standing on a ledge, looking down into this.
But so there's a ledge on the inside of the sphere.
Yes.
And there's gravity and.
It definitely feels like if you take a rock and you throw it, it will fall.
So how are we? We're looking into it, but we're in.
So you've come down a hallway, and imagine that the hallway ends in kind of a circular doorway, slightly at an angle, and you come to the edge of that, and you look down into this chamber.
I see.
There are other doorways like this. I haven't marked them on it, but there are other doorways. It looks to you like, when you're looking at that sort of how I've described the outside of the sphere as being kind of weirdly moving and not solid, it looks like the area right around the doorway that you're at, if you kind of reach out and touch that, it does feel solid right around there. You're not sure how far it goes before it starts to fade out and be weird again. Scott, you had a question?
I guess if I watch for a while, is the movement of these things random or predictable?
Let me have you make a roll for me. What do you think is an appropriate background for this, Scott?
I would say thief watching guard rotations.
Hey, that's a good one. Intelligence or wisdom?
Charisma.
No. Intelligence or wisdom?
Dex.
Intelligence or wisdom?
They're both the same, so it doesn't matter. Get nothing! Nothing!
I guess I can close the turn.
Back.
You sound disheartened.
18.
You mean 20, right?
20.
Oh, why did I not? Oh, I'm not at the bottom of the page. That's
Okay.
why.
Oh, you're still looking at your old rolls.
20.
It does look like you can kind of judge the movement of the spheres. The other stuff, the stairs seem to be really random. And the clouds, the sort of the more solid air, is moving very slowly. The spheres themselves are moving faster than the other stuff is.
Do the spheres actually ever collide?
No, it looks like they stay clear of each other by at least 20 feet. Just a rough guess. Sherry, what about you? You have a question?
Let's see here. Do I get any sense that some of these things are made of other stuff? I mean, do I get any sense of the stuffness that I'm seeing down there?
Why don't you make a wisdom roll for me? What do you think is appropriate for your background on this analysis?
How about... Let's see here. Let me look at what...
Although, by the way,
wording
Yes.
I decided what I'm going to pick for my thing. So I'm going to pick a further backgrounding.
Okay.
So I get 2 more points of background information, which...
Oh, excellent.
Which is going to be crazy spherical magical trap
exactly.
thing.
No, I'll let me get some thought, and I'll.
Okay, that sounds good to me. That's a good idea.
Okay, so I have, let's see here. How about centuries-long students of the preservationists?
Okay.
We know our stuff. Does that seem reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. So, I gotta do my roll thing. And this is, I can add my wisdom.
Yes.
Okay, and then that, so it's gonna be 12. Or 26.
So the actual sort of, I'm going to call it a force field. The
Okay.
field that is around these different spheres that contain these rooms, these room bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
They have slightly different colorations, but the actual sort of energy that you're kind of reading, because you're able to kind of use magical detections and scrying in this world,
Okay.
does seem to
that's right.
be the same.
Okay.
The tint is different on some of them, which gives you a sense that it must be slightly color coded. For example, you'll see a couple that actually look like they're going past that look like they might be like storage rooms or vaults or something.
Okay.
And you'll see a couple that look like, just as a guess, they might have been some kind of menagerie or something in the past. But those are like collapsed and overrun.
Okay.
You'll see some of the bigger ones down at the bottom, as you guys are kind of looking and arranging, seem to have these crabmen and lobstermen working in them and moving through and between them, almost like ants. And you'll probably see a couple of other different sort of styles of rooms, and there definitely seems to be, if you see a room that's of a particular color, if you see another room, it looks pretty similar.
Okay, so we have a good sense of what the vaults and storerooms look like. Do we see anything that looks like, I'm going to say, a ritual room or a throne room or, that kind of thing that looks like a room for, I don't know, receiving?
There are a receiving room. I will say that you will see a room that is a singular color, and it does seem more like you'll see more magical sigils and things like that from here for that room.
Okay.
You'll also see a room where you actually can't see into it. It's moving around, but it is actually swirling with black.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I have made a
So-
series of notes so I don't forget what you said.
Okay.
There
So
we go.
I'm back to the top of the line. Other questions?
Cochinelle, do you know what type of magic? I mean, is this chaos magic or what? What
Looks
do you
like
think?
gate magic to me.
Okay, so
Is there anything else? Is there any other flavor to it, Lowell?
It has that
That
smell
tells me like
of sort of pure old magic that you've gotten off of those crystals.
Oh, yeah, this is old arcane. This is for people who had a lot of power and were probably wackadoo from it.
yeah, I really
That's a
don't
technical
like,
term, by the way.
I
So-
really don't like this. I let them deal with it. I do not like this.
Is the yellow sphere, since you said that they move
Is not
fairly
moving.
predictable?
Is not moving.
Is not
and-
moving
and you
at
don't
all.
see anything kind of going over to connect with it. You will see at one point that red mist kind of shift over and connect up to one of the sort of exit points at the bottom, and you'll see some of the crabmen and lobstermen actually using that to clearly exit the sphere. So there is a way out.
Okay. At least for them, and we've seen them all over the place. Now, does this look like one of those? This does look like a Torrentstal collided
This
with
is
the.
definitely Torrentstal.
Okay. All right, but we're still seeing the sides of the shell thing
Right.
here of
You
the
think
Nautilus.
maybe that's where sort of the sort of the intersection where it's having problems dimensionally is at that sort of weird infinite fall off there.
Okay. All right.
What do you guys want to do?
Let's get out of here. This isn't for us.
You could certainly
We're out.
fall back. You have a pathway back to go out of Nautilus the way you came in.
We're
Though
here,
you
we're
have
here
some
for the mask, though.
right, that's true. But if you wanted to
So
fall
I
back
guess-
and leave,
We could theoretically do that.
Do you wish to plan your exit before we do things and hope it turns out that the plan is worth something, or shall we move on and go
Well, we
look
need-
for the mask?
We need to get. I'm guessing we need to get to the big gold sphere. I don't know exactly how we're going to do that without anything branching out to it. I mean, unless we can get on. Is there something above it that we could fall on it?
well, some of the spheres do move past it above.
Yeah, and we've got a rope, and we've got that mist that you could, in theory, swim through.
But it doesn't look like the mist actually ever connects up to the.
Doesn't directly connect up with it. No.
And the mist moves too, or no?
Yeah, it moves, but it moves very slowly. It's like a body of kind of reddish water that's floating around in here, and great masses of it.
Well, can you from here, like this nearby red mist? Can you try your control water to see if you can control this mist, or is it not really water?
Is it water?
It is not water.
Okay. So I can't shape it for say. And is it? But is it of a liquid?
It's definite. It's
A fluid, I should say.
It behaves like a fluid, but it's more actually keenly associated with air in some ways.
Okay. So it's sort of like very dense air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scott,
Yes.
as you're kind of looking here, one of the things you will realize is one of the principles that you were taught long ago in terms of treasure hunting and stuff is that when people build treasures and traps and these kinds of complexes, they always have to have some kind of access way to move throughout. So you suspect that the stairs and the mist, there must be some way, some mechanism to control those, if they would be at all useful as a means to move around between these rooms. And knowing is half the battle. Those are our famous words from the Crowsworn Pirate of you'll recall those pieces of wisdom.
Yo, Joe. Well, let's see. Did we get any items that we have that might have an effect on something here?
Well, the mummified cat doesn't seem to.
Really?
The cards don't seem to. The bracelet with the bell doesn't seem to.
What else have we got?
I think that's it. Am I
There was
correct?
one other thing.
The cup that boils.
Liquid.
Oh, yeah.
I bet that
It
responds.
does not respond to that.
Oh, that's just because we haven't scooped up any of that air yet.
Good
Totally
point.
boil it.
Oh, well, if we look, I guess look around around the iris and on the floor, or see any control type mechanisms or anything like that.
No, you
panels or buttons.
won't see anything like that, no. And you kind of feel around to make sure it isn't like hidden or recessed or response to the touch, but you won't feel anything like that.
Would it have something? Let's see. This isn't like a place of. It just has the Empress's mask. It's not like anything really associated with the Empress.
No. On the other hand, you have. I mean, there may be other stuff or other controls in these spheres.
Is anybody going through like is there an entrance to any of these spheres, or is it like you go through the skin or something like that?
It looks like they just kind of pass through the skin onto the plane of the rooms.
Okay, so when's the chance the next one's going to come by that's going to connect us with either a stairs or with like the red gel or whatever, connect to a sphere?
You could certainly wait. Do you want to connect to a particular kind of sphere or anything?
I'm thinking we go to this. How about the storage rooms? That might be a little bit easier. We wouldn't have to
A potentially deserted one. Yes.
Okay. So
like the black one that's swirling black. No one's in there.
That's the story we're telling ourselves. So yeah.
Scott, let's have you make your thief roll again. You may use intelligence or wisdom.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Plus thief.
24.
24. There is going to be some of this mist that looks like it's where it's at is going to link up with the one of these storage rooms that you haven't seen any people moving around on, and it's coming close by. You will have to leap out about 10 feet to get to the mist.
Okay, can you tie a rope around my leg and then
Sure, I tie a 5-foot section of rope.
Excellent.
Okay, here it is.
Or do you want to do it because I can carry you guys.
You're strong. You're stronger, so why don't I guess
Yeah,
do it.
sounds
See
good.
what happens.
Sounds good. He can. I'll hold the rope. He can
All right, Scott, why don't you make a dexterity check?
Nimble thief leaping from a second-story window into a.
Second story man seems fine to me.
Woo! 17.
Says 17. So you will hit this.
Oh, you're going now!
But the problem is when you hit it, you're not ready for kind of the texture of it, and it is like you're suddenly in water, and you don't have the ring on of free movement. It doesn't necessarily. Not sure if that would work, and it takes you a second to right yourself, and you kind of actually have to swim back because you can kind of tell where the edges of it that you could conceivably swim out of this.
And like pitch down to the bottom?
Yes. But you can breathe in here and you can swim through this. And the thing is moving. So he's jumped in, he's kind of turned around. You guys have a rope tied to him. What are you guys going to do?
Is this place heading towards something? We may as well join him. That or pull him back up. Choose which.
We're going to the storeroom.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I will.
Everybody just needs to make, with the rope, a dexterity or strength check. Just don't roll a 1.
Love saying that, don't you?
I do.
He does.
All right.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yay, I rolled a 5.
And Ben?
Dexterity or strength check, okay. Let's see, 20. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, look at that.
You guys are able to swim. You'll see Kathak actually kind of dives in like a diver and swims forward. And it's weird because you can feel the substance around you and you can swim through it, but you can talk and you can breathe in here. And you guys will kind of swim down through the air towards where it's connected up to this storeroom. And when you kind of hit where the mist connects up with this force field, this bubble around it, you just pass right through it. You kind of have to put your feet to kind of brace yourself, but you guys will come out into this chamber.
Neat.
And it looks like, again, no roof. They're just these sort of rooms, almost like sort of standing closets and things that are on here. Because one of you rolled a 20, you are not spotted by any of the things moving around. Because now that you're kind of closer, you will see that there are some specks around that do look like more of those puffer fish are around and about, but down towards the bottom. So, I assume you guys want to search this vaults here.
Yes, please.
Just head right on in and start.
Look for traps.
Oh wait, what? What did I hear?
Traps. Look for traps.
Okay. Why don't you roll that for me, Scott? We're gonna make you do all the skill checks today.
Yay! He's got skills. Why wouldn't we?
I will look for trap. 22.
It doesn't look like there are any traps here. The rooms all appear to be essentially, when you approach them, the doors will either open or not open. So let's say there are about 3 rooms that you can search, and let's say another 3 rooms that the doors stay closed.
Are they locked or are they just...
They do appear to be locked, sort of magically, but you might be able to open them with a really good lock picks with an assist from the mage.
I would happily assist. In
Sure.
fact, I'll blow the door off if you want me to.
Another roll,
No,
Scott.
that might ruin any.
Let's
treasure.
see how many of the 3 you get open.
And this dex, so. Wah, 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 wah.
Do you have a reroll on your pick locks?
I don't think.
So just to get me oriented again,
Sure.
we swam down to this thing. Is that kind of
You
what we
swam
did?
down to another one of these. Maybe they're moving around, so this is all abstraction. So you swam down to another sphere that appeared to be a storeroom or a vault.
And how do we? Are we inside this thing now?
Yeah,
or
you're
are
inside one of these spheres. When you're standing on it, you're standing on a floor, and you can kind of see the slight coloration of that force field, that bubble that goes around this room. And
no, not unless it's a trap.
Okay. And you can see the movement even as it kind of continues to go around.
So we didn't enter the room yet. We're just on the outside.
No,
of
you're in the
sphere,
room.
Right? Oh,
Yeah. You came through the force field. It seemed to be completely porous to your entry.
I see. Okay.
As if there's like a plane inside the sphere, right? And
Yes.
That's what we're on now.
Yeah. So I can
Interesting.
do that. Scott, you will get one of the 3 doors open. The other 2 resist your efforts.
What is in the magically locked room?
Okay. Well, all of them have something in them. The magically locked room has a set of glass boxes. There are a pair of them. And when you guys kind of look in, you'll see this sort of iridescent silver, very fine chain, like mail in each of them.
Okay.
When you kind of open it up, it feels very, very light, and the links are incredibly tiny, and weirdly, it looks like there's kind of a shirt that's sleeveless, but then there are sleeves, and then there's kind of sort of almost like underwear, and then leggings, and they all look like they're sort of separate.
And there's 2 sets.
There are 2 sets.
Well, obviously the female on the party gets the chainmail underwear. If I know anything about fantasy.
What is the nature of this stuff other than it being light and awesome?
Okay, so this is, and I'm not going to make you guys roll for it since we're going to move on here. This is essentially light armor. It's 2 sets of different light magical armor.
Like they have different enchantments on them?
Yes. When you actually put it on with the right sleeve, the sleeve will actually then seal up to the shoulder.
Piece of steel. Okay, that's cool.
Do we know what it does?
Yes. So I will tell you one of the sets of armor, and again, both +2 armor class, light armor. One is armor of perseverance. As a daily quick action, if you're staggered in a battle, you can regain unexpended power as if a quick rest. So if you're staggered, you can regain a once per battle power, or you can roll for a recovery power. That's a perseverance. The other one is again +2 AC. It's armor of cleansing. It gives you +2 to saves against ongoing damage.
+2 to saves?
+2 to saves against ongoing damage. And as a daily quick power, you can grant a nearby ally a +2 to their save against ongoing damage.
Daily times 1?
Daily times 1.
Can grant +2 versus blah.
Ongoing damage.
2 ally. I got it. This kitten is making it hard, though. She has to stand in front of my screen because I'm paying too much attention.
Fair enough.
All right, so that's what I got.
Okay.
Those are nice.
That's in the locked room.
Okay, in the open rooms.
Okay. In the open rooms, you will find a room that seems to have some weird knickknacks in it. You'll find this piece of crystal that when you pick it up, it actually falls apart in your hand. Then when you kind of set that crystal down, it reforms. You'll find a set of...
Say it again. We'll say it again.
It's a crystal that when you pick it up, it kind of falls apart in your hands. When you put it down, it reforms.
Is it a crystal like...
It's like it's clear, like a...
Okay, it's not like that magic essence crystals.
No, different than that. It's a good question, though.
And does it have any property other than the memory of previous form?
It doesn't seem to.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
There is a mask.
Ooh.
That's kind of a very thin, sort of standard faceplate metal mask with a very blank expression on it.
Very thin metal plate?
Metal mask,
Very
yeah. Metal plate.
Metal mask. Very light?
Yes.
Okay. And does it have any other quality?
Has anyone been putting on?
Can I do a...
Sure.
Okay. He's
Well,
going to put it on, so I won't
do
remember
something.
way.
When you put the mask on, the only thing it seems to be is that the metal mask will actually change expression with your expression. So it's kind of got that sort of metal faceplate, but it actually reacts.
Okay.
There are two other notable things in this room. There are two other rooms we still haven't covered, but in the knick-knack room, one is you will find what looks like a wristband, like a bracelet, and it's made of like onyx almost. But the thing that will strike you is that it has two kind of silvery buttons on it. One of them has a kind of an oddly shaped red dot next to it, and the other one just has an odd sigil next to it.
Well, quick question.
Sure.
The number of magic items you can have again is your level?
Is equal to your level, yes.
So we can have 5.
You can have 5 unless you've taken as your incremental advance to be able to carry more. Now,
Unless you want to lay 6 crazy effects upon yourself.
Yeah. You guys can carry. It's just about the ones that you're actually using.
I see.
Yeah. All of these things, the crystal and the metal mask and the wristband, these don't count as big magic items.
These are just little things?
Yeah.
The bracelet, does the side sigil look familiar to me at all? I have extensive schooling in mathematics and old things.
Make a roll for me.
Okay. Let's see here. 16.
It's a very straight, solid sigil.
Okay.
Okay. The last thing that's in here is there is a glass plate. It's transparent. When you kind of pick it up, you will see that there's the plate almost has like a weird image that it sort of seems to carry with it, almost kind of lenticular, like when you turn it, you kind of see the angle switch.
Okay.
And the thing that Carl, this is probably what you will notice immediately because you've been on the high seas quite a bit.
Mm.
It almost looks like it's an aerial view of the world. Not a map, but an actual aerial view.
Kind of like a Palantir sort of thing.
It doesn't seem to be moving in real time. It seems to be like just a snapshot.
Oh. The globe of the universe.
Neat.
An atlas sort of thing.
Perhaps.
Can we see the Torrentstal in it?
Well, I mean, it's an aerial view. You know how you see the shots of planet Earth from the satellite? It's like that.
Okay, so it's way up in the air.
Oh yeah.
So
It doesn't
we
show any.
can't-
It
can we
doesn't
see
show
the
any.
Titan?
Scott. It doesn't show any
Okay.
clouds. Where the Titan is, you can kind of make out the detail of the Titan. And Carl, it looks like the Titan is standing upright in this image.
So it's older. These are cool. We will pack them away carefully.
No, wait, hold on. I'm
Oh, I
I'm
was talking
only
about the
using-
knickknacks, not the.
I'm only using like 2 magic items.
So, what are the magic items that you have?
I have my bow and the kilt of the mountains. I do have 2 runestones, but I mean those are going to be one-shot used.
Yeah,
so
those don't count.
Effectively, I have 3 open magic item slots, so you might as well like equip something.
yeah, I'm looking. The suit of armor probably would be pretty useful.
What does the armors do again? I always take
It's
note.
written down in the chat if you look, Ben.
Okay.
So you can pick which one you like. There's perseverance and cleansing.
Oh, you typed in it. Awesome. Okay, perseverance. Daily action, respect, cleansing +2 to save.
Do you have any? I don't have anything that the armor of perseverance would actually.
You don't have daily powers
Uh,
or once per battle powers?
daily quick action if staggered. You. So basically, you can recover a daily as a quick action. Is that what that's saying?
If you're
Well, it's a
staggered, you
once
take
per
half
battle.
once per. So you can, as a daily action, if you get knocked down to half your hits in a fight, you can activate that and regain a power that you can normally use only once per battle, like your trick shot or your double shot, or one that you have to roll a recovery on. You could try and regain.
Interesting.
I'm trying to think if I have any. I don't think I have anything that.
+2 to save. There's ongoing damage daily. To an ally. They both look good to me. So if you have a preference, Scott, I do have a daily something or other, but like it's up to you.
Yeah, you do have a couple of powers: the double shot and the
Yeah,
lethal,
use that.
and all that stuff.
Right.
I mean, I have. Yeah. I don't have a. I have one twice per day, but I don't have any.
Yeah, a lot of your stuff
What's for battle?
is more based on your momentum.
So the +2 saves or ongoing damage, I guess, would be better for me.
Okay. Take the other one then.
Okay. Go ahead and
Armor
write that in
perseverance.
on your sheets, guys.
Um,
There are 2. In the other rooms, you will find some other bits of metal and stuff. You're not sure. They aren't marked with anything like coinage, but you think that they might be worth something elsewhere.
Well, I wouldn't want them to be lost to the world, so as a preservationist, I might pick those up then,
Okay.
if no one else seems interested.
Fill your pockets with that. There are 2 other magic items you will find.
All right.
The first one looks like an enormous toad. huge toad, but it's sitting atop a helmet.
Ooh, it's Hypnotoad helmet.
The toad
No,
is
it's
made of metal, has big eyes, and this is the helm of the Vigilant Commander. When somebody hits a nearby ally that has 25 hit points or less, you can use this to redirect the attack to you. It's a recharge 11 plus. But you do have to choose before you roll. And as a helmet, its standard effect, I believe, is to add to your mental defense. Let me make sure on that. Yeah, it adds +2 to your mental defense. But it looks like there's an enormous metal toad on your head.
That is so cool.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it's ridiculous, of course. But
Okay. And the last one?
yes.
Okay. The last one is a belt of swift escape. It recharges on a 6 plus. When you use it, you can use it to when you disengage while you're wearing it, you can make an immediate save against a condition that's been inflicted by that foe.
So is anyone else interested in the frog helmet?
You can have. You love it.
I bet he'll get big boils if you wear it long enough.
Excellent.
Contagion for the whole world.
And well, we can swap things out, right?
Absolutely, you can swap things out freely.
Okay, because then I think just because that effect seems to fit with my shtick, and I've really been building up a kind of portfolio that fits. So I will take that helmet and I will take off my symbol of light, so that I don't get hit with 6 crazy effects.
What's your symbol of light do?
It lets me make magical light, which we can probably get by with torches, and I can do a daze on an enemy of under 100 hit points once per day.
I can use. I mean, I can do it if I can use that. I've got an extra slot, so I can use it, or somebody else can.
That's a nice ability that you wouldn't have otherwise if you need light, for instance.
It's up to you. Yeah. Ben, you've got some open slots. Do you want that or what?
Hold on, I'm typing in my character sheet.
Sure.
Let me save.
And as a holy symbol, right, it gives a.
Do I save
I don't think its regular effect is any good to anybody else. Right.
Oh, it automatically saves it. Okay. Let me go back to the chat. All right.
I don't want to be a hoarder, but I was just going to hold on to that until we hit 6th level.
What are you saying? What?
That's fine.
Okay. That seems fair enough.
We don't know what the wristband bracelet thing does, do we?
Yeah, we do. It's written down. Well, we don't know what it does. We know what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said. We don't know what it
Push
does.
the button.
I know. I realized. I thought I'd written something down. Awesome, but I'd forgotten.
Push the button.
Which button? There are 2 buttons.
Yes.
So, well, those are lovely. The major things. Anyone taking the Belt of Swift Escape? That's pretty nice.
A disengage is when you roll the d20, get 11 or higher, right?
Yep. When you are able to disengage to get out of combat.
I tend to do that a lot. Take that.
That you do.
This also means if they've stunned you or whatever, then that's awesome.
Is
Yeah,
that?
that's very useful for me. Actually.
Oh,
Here's the other thing that the belt does.
Oh, there's another thing that you didn't tell us.
Because it has a default bonus. It increases your recoveries by 2.
Ooh.
Cool.
So don't give it to the cleric. Because then he won't be able to get to his extra armor class.
Oh, he'd find a way. He'd just cast more crazy spells.
If you disengage while you're wearing, you can make an immediate save against an affliction inflicted by a foe or the foe?
The foe that
That
you're fighting.
Oh, okay. So if they afflicted me with whatever poison or something, I could roll a save against the thing that he. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
and there's some other ones, stunned and paralyzed. All the sort of.
Yeah, right. Okay,
Right.
gotcha. I was just...
Bleeding.
And Lowell, what's the bonus that the frog helmet gives to MD?
+2,
To
which is pretty good for you.
Yes, it is. You know I'm a tank at heart.
Yeah. I do like the cleric class because you get to kind of multitask. And that's what you will find here.
awesome.
So we just rate all of the stuff and just stack up with magic, and then get screwed because they've surrounded us because they realize what we're doing.
No, with the roll that Ben got, you weren't spotted.
Yeah.
So we can go to the next one with no problem.
Right.
It's like we're playing Munchkin. You either have a fight or you loot the room.
Right.
Okay. So like there is tons of
no
there's
sense.
several of these storage rooms, right?
There are a couple of them, yeah.
Okay. I don't think we will. Okay.
Anything that
Do-
controls.
Let's say there are 3 of them that you will see.
Okay. So on
I
our
think we need to take care of business because if we're just going to go through and loot these rooms, I think we're going to be in a lot of trouble. I think somebody's going to see us and we're going to be in a lot of trouble.
well, we have to pick a route there. If we could pick a route through another vault room, and let's be thing that the mask may be in a vault room. We don't know
that's
where
true.
it is. We like to think it would be in someplace significant because we like to think we're significant, but doesn't mean it.
That's true.
Could be dumped in a corner
How long
anywhere.
have we spent screwing around in this?
Oh, maybe half an hour? Does that seem like a reasonable time to open these doors, check for traps, examine the stuff, sneeze, check for things?
Any sense on how maybe you control the stairs or mist in here?
You don't see anything obvious unless you want to tell me you're doing something. Bless you.
Go.
Then the only thing that we've seen that we haven't figured out is the bracelet. So if I put on the bracelet
Okay.
and point it, let's see if it turns the mist up. You said it was solid. It had a sort of a solid rune on it. If I press the solid rune and point my hand at one of these, at the red mist that's connecting this, does it solidify it or does it?
Why don't you make a charisma roll for me, Scott?
Does that add my level?
Yes. Just don't roll a 1.
27.
When you kind of hold your finger on that and you're kind of looking, you won't see affect the mist, but you will see one of those spiral stairs kind of start floating over towards your sphere.
Neat.
Wait, whoa! What just happened?
Scott touched one of the symbols on the bracelet and is calling over one of those stairs.
Interesting.
Now we have some
There were
control.
2 buttons on the thing, right? Or
There are 2
something?
buttons, yes.
Okay.
All right. So if I let go of the one button, does the stairway stop?
It'll slow and stop, and then just kind of keep its sort of standard pattern of floating. Then after that,
Okay. And so let's see if the red dot corresponds with the red mist. Press that one.
You touch that, and when you do this, you actually kind of have to concentrate and kind of will that over, and it will come over. And you can have a sense that if you hold this down and concentrate, you should be able to connect this up to another nearby sphere.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost it there
Yeah,
for a
Lowell,
second.
you just cut out.
Yeah, you just cut out.
To nearby what?
So,
Nearby other sphere?
am I back?
Yes, you're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
You're back.
Nearby other sphere. Yes.
Okay, so that would still be with the stairs, not the red mist.
That's a red mist. No.
Oh, okay. So one button does the stairs, one button does the red mist.
Yes.
Okay, great.
That's pretty cool.
What
Go on.
what seems to be the effect of controlling this? Does it seem like any one of us would be better than the others?
No.
Is it wisdom stat based or?
Nope, not stat based at all. It's just an effect.
Yeah.
And it doesn't count as a magic item.
When I walk up to the wall, I mean the wall is sphere, and can I put my hand through it, or I mean from the inside? Is that how it works? You put your hand, you go through it from the inside the same way.
Where it's not connected up
Mm-hmm.
to the stairs or the mist, no.
Oh, okay. So they believe in worker safety. That's so sweet. Okay, well, we can get going to where we want to go. What's our goal? Do we want to go to this yellow one? Is the yellow one the one with the black stuff swirling in it?
No, there's a different one with the black stuff swirling in it.
God, do you have any desire to go in there? That sounds.
So
Do we see
in
crabmen
terms of the
actually going into the black sphere?
so in terms of the things that look anomalous, okay, there are two other vaults that you see moving around. There's the black mist one. You don't see anything connecting up or going over to that, and the crabmen certainly don't go over to it. And then there's this sort of the bright, glowing one, and you don't see the crabmen going over to that either.
Do we see anybody besides crabmen?
No.
And crabmen were not. We could not speak with them before. They were not.
There was a little bit of fighting when they were around.
But I mean, we couldn't communicate with them.
I don't believe there was any attempt to communicate with them. No.
There was mostly an attempt to just smash them,
Okay.
which seemed reasonable.
Excellent. Well, they're not doing. I mean, what are they? What kind of tasks are they doing?
You'd have to get closer to tell.
Okay, but they're not sitting at like a.
They seem to be working and maybe processing something, so they might be processing that.
Just trying to see
Those
any
crystals.
form of higher intelligence in there whatsoever.
Well, they seem to be organized,
Yeah.
No, like ants.
possibly.
Okay.
So I will try to plot out basically the quickest route to the gold sphere. The quickest route with the least crabman
And the most vaults?
and the most vaults. Yes.
So, Scott, do you want the quickest route, or do you want the quickest route that includes one of these vaults? And then this is for Rook
Or do
to
we want to
answer.
loot everything? Remember, this place amplifies your spirit.
What do you think, Scott?
Greedy.
He's not
I'm
greedy.
not greedy.
Oh.
My spirit's not greedy anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it wouldn't hurt to spend a little more time in here.
Are you sure? Says that voice in your head.
Let's get
Well-
out of here. This is too weird.
That would let me actually spend more time talking to you.
All right, Scott. You will plot a course to another one of these spheres. Essentially, you plot moving the red mist over, and it's going to be about that way. one jump, and then a jump over a vault, and then another jump, and then you will get close by the yellow thing. Does that seem reasonable?
That seems reasonable to me.
Okay. Then,
Keep,
yes?
I was just going to say if it does look like one of these bridges of red mist has crabmen in it that tries to connect to where we are, I'll also see if I can push it away.
Okay. Why don't all of you, during this process, everybody make a roll? This is just a standard D20 save roll. You can add your dexterity or intelligence or strength to this, whichever one you want. This is about your swimming and guys kind of trying to stay out of sight of these things.
Ugh.
So you said Dex
Yes.
level.
Wow.
We get to add
I
a
don't know.
skill
I
to
think
it?
we're in a fight to drown here, Matt. Which of us will go first?
And Carl, did you roll?
Glub, glub, glub.
Our goal.
Did you say we get to add like a skill?
Swimming,
A
huh?
pirate swimming skill?
Nope.
Swimming, huh?
No, just stat and level.
The stat level for this. Oh, okay, so a couple people kind of make up for that.
Oh, that's it would be +3, so it'd be 20.
Okay, so Scott, you'll get down that first leg, go across that sphere. Looks like this might have been a place where there might have been botanicals or some sort of greenhouse. There's torn up soil and things like that. They're planters. This is all dried, desiccated, aged. You guys will move on
Does it look like?
down through
Have
this.
there been any workplace accidents in the time that we've been here? Have we actually ever seen a crabman misjudge and fall out of the red mist?
No.
Okay.
You will go to swim down to the next thing and get to a storage thing. And even as Scott, you're kind of getting ready to start looking around, you will see one of these lines of mist shifting and start moving over to connect up with this from one of these spheres that has the crabmen in it.
Well, once we're all in the storage thing, then I guess I'll try to push it away.
Okay. Why don't you make a charisma roll for me, Scott?
I'll redirect it towards Carl. Level plus charisma. Come on, dice, don't fail me now. There we go.
18, huh? You will kind of push it back and push it away. Though clearly they're going to keep trying to get over here. Do you want to try
Does
to?
it look like are they influencing it?
Yeah.
They probably have bracelets of their own.
Oh,
So
be.
here's your choice, Scott. Get the group and move on to the next thing while you kind of hold this and call the other thing up, or try and hold them off. Keep the concentration up while your group searches this level, or go back.
We don't have an attack option?
Oh yeah, Carl, Scott could let them come up, and you guys could battle them here.
What do you guys want to do? I can try to hold them back while you.
Okay, if they come up here, are they going to have difficulty getting through the wall and like be slightly disoriented, or I mean, slightly, just getting through until we get?
That hasn't been your impression
Okay.
of the ease that they're moving through this.
Okay.
It seems in some ways like they're used to this environment.
Okay.
Like perhaps there was a menagerie here, like Superman's, that got left behind, and these crabmen adapted, were the only survivors.
Billy and the Lobster Men.
Yeah, those two. What do you want to do, Scott? Search or not search?
What do you guys want to just move on?
Then we can move on. That's fine.
Okay.
All
Or
right.
they're gonna try and follow us, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just turn the page away from these magic items.
I know. Come on, let's look.
That's fine. Do it then. Okay, fine. I'll stay in guard. You guys look.
Okay. So Ben, Matt, Sherry, all of you roll a d20.
Okay, just straight D20?
Plus, let's say wisdom.
Ooh, okay.
Plus
That's a
level.
good one.
Woohoo! I critted.
You critted?
Oh, crit.
I
Sherry
critted.
doesn't
I
find
rolled a
anything.
natural 20.
Nothing at all.
Okay.
I think my dice are broken.
Are they? All right. So, Ben, you will find a set of boots. They look kind of clunky, and they kind of seem to be magnetic in that metal will stick to them. Not hard, so it doesn't look like you could use these to like walk up a wall or anything. But what they do is, and I'll just tell you what the magical effect of is. You can activate them outside of combat to run as fast as a horse, or you can activate them in combat essentially to get an extra move.
Interesting.
It recharges
That would be
on
nice to get more range.
yeah, it recharges on a 16 plus.
How long can you run as fast as a horse?
Until you stop.
But in combat, just gives you an extra move once. It's a once a day
Yes.
and recharges, or once and recharges once a day. Recharges on a 16.
Right. And let me see if there's a default thing on boots. Sorry, I should have kept that page open, shouldn't I have? Boots give you the boots give you also a +2 to disengage.
Ooh, that's awesome. In combo with your belt? That rocks.
Cool. All right.
Matt,
What are they called? Boots of what?
they're the shoes of dough is what they're called.
Shoes of DOE?
Yep.
Okay.
To give you their
A deer.
a female deer. Matt, you will find a hideous glove.
Yeah, better and better.
Okay, I mean, you kind of actually even you don't kind of want to touch it. But it is the glove of glimpsed sorrow.
Glove of glimpsed sorrow.
It recharges on 11 plus. Should anyone touch your gloved hand, they receive a momentary psychic flash of some terrible tragedy, usually inspired by whatever is current uppermost in their minds or whatever they fear most deeply. The victim is aware that this is just a passing vision, and they do not mistake it for reality unless they're prone to that. In addition, when you attack one or more enemies, you may activate the gloves to deal an extra 2d10 psychic damage.
Oh, Matt.
Ah.
It's like heaven sent in the worst possible heaven sent way.
Do they look like froggy gloves?
Everybody expects the Matt Inquisition.
Bad touch.
So we'll let you think about that, Matt. Sherry, with your 20, you will find a crystal ball.
Oh, awesome.
Okay.
Crystal ball. Okay.
You can look into the crystal ball once per level. Everyone.
A or period.
Period.
Okay.
Everyone, including you, rolls a relationship die. If someone rolls a 5 or a 6, you see something potentially useful or enlightening related to that icon. So if someone else in the party rolls a 6 for the Dwarf King, you'll spy something related to the Dwarf King's plans or servants or enemies. You generally only get 1 or 2 visions, even if multiple people get 5s and 6s. A 5, though, means that whoever you're watching might get a sensation that they're being watched.
Get a useful vision. Vision 5 may mean target knows they are being.
Get to 10th level, do them all at once. I'm coming for you.
Yes. The only other thing you'll find is you'll find a little box that when you open it up, there are these little tiny metal like musicians, and they'll actually kind of play a tune, humanoid. Though when you go to shut it, they stop playing, and they actually look horrified that the lid's being shut.
That's awesome.
Do they look hungry?
No, but they're just that kind of when the box lid gets shut.
Okay.
The equivalent of the Tamaguchi pet in the
Yes.
fantasy world.
Oh gosh.
Feed me, feed me. No, don't
There's
go
nothing
away.
in her past to have strengthened her against such an assault. She's like, oh no.
And then periodically
opening
he's
it.
knocking on the thing.
Opening it,
Let
opening
us
and
out.
shutting it multiple times to see if they keep doing it,
Oh yeah.
or they get annoyed. Maybe they cease to exist when you close the box.
You make snide remarks when you open it again.
She's like,
You bastard, why'd you shut me in here again?
No, they start
it's
playing.
really dark in
they
here,
start
right?
playing again. Desperately.
Desperately, please don't leave us in here. No, wow, okay.
She'd open the box if you were better.
God. They are the meanest, she whispers to him.
So that's what you guys are able to find out. I assume you guys are going to press on.
Yes.
Okay, Scott, you are having a challenge now because you're trying to move through, trying to keep control of the mist for the passageway for you guys at the same time as you are pushing back the crabmen's passage, right?
Yes. I
Okay.
don't.
So Scott,
Can we possibly leave a trap for these guys?
like
Like, what do we have? I mean,
Like a metal box with chicken in it.
what do we got here?
don't think
You can't stop the door.
Yeah, I can.
Well, yeah, 'cause we don't have a door. I mean, it's the whole thing. You can go right through it.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Sorry, there were doors in some of these rooms, so those I can block up.
All right.
I don't think we have anything that we can leave behind that'll like explode or.
yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what are we trying to do?
I actually do have some things like that, but they're like you have to put them on containers, and I don't think they're going to care all that much about those.
What if it has like little tiny musicians in it that want to be let out?
I think you need a soul to
Oh, okay.
feel bad about that.
Fair enough.
Clearly, some of you don't.
You could always, I suppose, as depending on how close the other bridge gets, you could try shooting them
Mm-hmm.
or casting spells on them.
Why don't we just keep moving?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why don't we do this? Use our range and shoot them as they come through.
How many are there?
Dozen and a half.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and what kind of spell can you do? I mean,
I can do it will spells, or I can do a
Yep.
shadow trap. That's the kind of thing where I can do things on like containers, and then I can like.
oh wait,
Okay.
Matt. What about your gloves? Can you touch one of them?
He would have
That's
to get
one of
up
them.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sherry. What were you saying?
I was just saying that it's on containers, so and I can have like a certain number of, I think the number of my level or whatever, going. So I could leave like 6 containers with traps, and it's going to do like, 4d6 or something. So it's not going to kill them. It's just going to,
So
scare them.
I'll just try to keep them back. If it doesn't look like, I mean, I'm keeping them back, then you guys can open up with your bows and spells and stuff.
Okay, Scott, 2 charisma rolls for me, sir.
2 charisma rolls.
That's your strong point, isn't it?
You gather your
a strong point.
Gather your will together and press on.
Bolstered by my compassionate spirit of trying to save my
Who's
friends.
distracting you? Yes.
No! Stop distracting me. We could stay here forever.
You could.
No!
And your second roll?
Oh, God, no!
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Oh wow, it really did him in.
Okay, so here is the deal. Scott is able to get the crabmen held back. Essentially, their bridge is pushed away, but the way he's moving the bridge close to this glowing sphere, you guys are going to have to really rush to get through.
Okay. All right.
So essentially, this is kind of a test to see whether you injure yourselves in the process, because the timing has to be good. So why doesn't everybody make a strength or dexterity roll, including Scott?
Strength or dexterity? Those are my choices?
Yeah, any kind of athletics or running or sprinting or swimming skills.
If I roll another 3, I'm declaring this roller biased.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. No, pirates aren't necessarily known as sleep as whatever.
Okay.
So yes or no?
I didn't hear you cut out there for a second,
I'm sorry.
Carl.
Pirate.
Yeah, you're swimming. We've used it for swimming before.
Oh, you get a background thing to this?
Yeah, if you have a good one.
One that would apply to.
Oh no, that's not. That's a bad one. But it's only 3 anyways. So it's so that'd be 15 anyways.
Okay. If you rolled less than a 20, you're going to burn a recovery.
Not good.
God, I rolled just 1 less.
Yeah, me too. We suck.
Oh, but together.
Scott, are you there?
I'm here.
Did you roll?
Yeah, I'm right.
Oh, you're right in the middle. Oh, yeah, you got that beautiful 30. I didn't see it. Sorry.
It's beautiful. I look acrobatic.
You guys will rush through and hit this wall and kind of come out into a weird kind of complex. It looks like there's kind of stone, and there are doorways, and you can see that it goes up. There's a way to go into this building that's just ahead of you, and there are stairs going up, and then walkways across, and another big building. But you can see that atop sort of the highest perch of this, there are some figures, and I'm actually going to put this on a map to show you. So let me give me
Cops
one.
are coming to your house.
I know.
Yeah, I don't see a.
Yeah, well, you should give me a
icons.
second to get it ready.
Okay. No, I was looking for icons from recoveries, marking recoveries.
Oh, okay. Okay, and then... Sorry, there are just a couple of things I need to... Sorry, I gotta
Don't apologize.
get this set. For those of you watching at home, I forgot to set the dimensions on these guys. Which you have to right click and then get them set. And where are my pages for this? Oh. That's not it. That is it. Okay. And then we're back. I'm getting the map set. And almost there. Except I probably ought to bring you guys over too, huh?
I'll be right back.
Okay. And let me go and paste. What did I miss there? I missed Kazakh. All right, I'm about to switch the map over, and I'm going to pull up some images to show you what some of these things look like after I do that. So bear with me. Here is the map. You guys have come in. I'm going to put you down here where you have arrived.
No disassembler.
Okay, so so this thing's probably up here. So up on the sort of ledge above you, that building above, you will see what looks like copy the body of some sort of tiger with spines floating around it. Where there would be a head, there is this energy with a almost like a gravity well with bits floating around it. So that's what that tiger looks like.
All right.
That's a disassembler?
That is the
No.
Oh,
Sisaric.
it's okay, got it. You got it.
And then here's what the disassembler looks like. That's what the disassembler looks like.
Great.
Yikes.
And up top on that sort of high ledge, you'll see it looks like there are 3 people who are doing a ceremony of some kind, or some kind of work, some kind of magical ritual. And I will show you what they look like. That's what the 3 of them look like.
Recognize that garb?
No.
Does
That's all right.
Devin recognize them?
No. Actually, Sherry, I'm going to let you make a student roll.
Okay. Alrighty. And that's this one.
Okay. Nope, won't recognize
17. Sorry, God. It'd be the one thing I could be good at, but no, my dice can't come through for me. Annoying.
So you've come through, and Scott, let's have you make that thief dexterity
I'm back,
roll
let me
to see how quietly you came through.
in. So, sorry, what happened?
You're in this
ninja roll.
in this area.
19.
You've come through, Scott, and you guys have kind of know that the assembler's up there. Know that that guy's up on that ledge. The only thing that seems to have spotted you is this big tiger thing that's up on the ledge up above. And it seems to be moving to intercept you.
Okay, is it going through? I mean, can we go through this building that it's on top of, or what is it? Or
It looks like if you enter into that building, you can kind of see that actually there's stairs going downwards in there.
What tiger thing? What this tiger thing?
Yeah,
that one.
that's what. This is what it looks like, Ben.
So if we want to get up to the top there, we want to go.
It's either climbing or flying or coming around the stairway.
Over
The
here.
tiger's coming down to us, right?
It looks like it is.
Sure.
I am just for purposes of keeping track of things, and so we keep order here. We're not necessarily in combat, but I do want everybody to roll initiative, okay? Just so we get that set.
Okay. And I get to roll twice. That's my big advantage.
Ooh, that's great.
Okay. And you should see the. Thanks.
All right.
Great initiative roll.
21 or 6. Which one should I choose?
You want to go last or not last?
Oh gosh, the cleric.
God damn it. Okay, and let me see. Those guys are. Okay, so there's that. And then he is that. Okay. Okay. So Rook, you have sort of the first action here. What do you want to do? You don't know what's going on in the rest of the place. This does seem like the heart of things.
Well, okay, but I know the tiger's coming down.
Yeah, and it's probably about 15 feet long, about 7-8 feet at the shoulder, with that void floating around its head space.
And is it like moving with haste this direction, or is it just sort of meandering?
It's moving with animal grace and speed down towards you.
So I guess that I'm gonna try to hide in the shadows and ambush it when it gets down here. I'd like.
Okay, the MD is 24.
Holy Jesus!
Yes.
Stranger things have happened. Ha ha ha!
Holy shit, Scott!
I'm out.
Okay, you will see, Scott sees that and he vanishes. Just even before any of you guys can do anything, he's gone. Tommaso, what are you doing?
Screwing us.
All right.
Sort of just leaves us to it.
Yeah.
I go enjoy my friends upstairs.
Well, let's see. As a
It brought them to you.
quick action, I will do the Invocation of Strength, which means that nearby allies get a triple damage instead of double on a crit.
Okay.
And this thing's coming down at us, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Not sure
I
how
can tell
fast it is. You're not sure if it's going to get to you guys.
So we're
or
not in combat yet, so
Nope.
I guess we still have the sort of option to not engage, I guess.
And how far is it now? Would it be nearby? Would it be far?
It on its move. It's probably going to move nearby.
On its move, so it's far at the moment.
Yes.
Then that limits my options significantly.
We don't actually know if we want to fight these guys. If we need to. I mean, just say it.
You don't know.
Well, they're weird and unclean.
And there's nothing good going on here. I don't know. Dissembler, is that something you feel good about?
Disassembler.
Disassembler. Yeah, dissembler is something else.
Something different.
Yeah, I'd kill my sons every day if I had to deal with that. So I'm just saying.
Tommaso, what's your standard action?
One way.
So you suggesting parlay?
Standard action. I will. I'll pass and stand my ground.
Okay. Then that does that. That does that.
Like George Zimmerman.
Cochonel, yeah.
Cochonel, I'm going to invoke my awesome new item so that we get a useful vision if any of us rolls well on our relationship die.
Wow, you're going to do that in combat? Okay.
We aren't in combat yet, are we?
Oh, you got me there. Okay.
Okay.
Kind
So
of an ass. All right.
Excellent.
Scott, roll me 4d6.
Because it gives us vision. It gives us.
don't argue against it. No, you can. I'm sorry. You can tell me.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So everybody rolls a d20 or something, or what?
No, I'm going to tell you what you roll here in just a second. I'm trying to get stuff here. Okay, and that was 4d6 from Scott. Carl, roll me 4d6.
That one.
Okay, so that's...
On mine, that says Grandfather Turtle.
Yeah.
I don't know what yours is.
Okay. Matt, roll me 4d6. Okay, so that'll be on Surgeon. Okay, Surgeon 6. Okay, Sherry, roll me 4d6. And those are...
Hey, Rook, how'd you
Obviously,
get that
we
funky
ruined all
little
of our
mask
die roll.
sign next to your character?
Oh, on the if you click on a thing, there's below the wheel. The second thing allows you to put icons on tokens. Ben, would you roll me 4d6?
Yeah.
So Sherry,
Yes.
you will see a vision. You will see a vision of the man you see up on that ledge. And you realize that actually all three of those people are the same man.
Okay.
And you will have a vision of Grandfather Turtle, and he is speaking with one of his assistants, probably the gentleman who showed you guys into his chambers. Mm-hmm. And he says, "We must beware, we must be ready. The occultist, that mage who grips at arcane power and tempts to wrest the forces of the gods, is at work in the world. And I fear that he means to tear the Torrentstal free from its moorings and send it out beyond."
Okay. And
So
so the vision goes, and I say, yes, we need to stop them. We need to stop that ritual.
I knew you do good thinky stuff.
This thing comes bounding. When it runs, it vanishes and reappears as it runs till it gets
That's
down
cool.
here. And it loping thing, and it comes down there, Matt, and you can actually feel the crackle and heat and actually pull, the psychic pull. That's not a physical void, that's a psychic void.
Good thing I got a frog helmet.
Okay.
And a disgusting glove.
Matt, would you like to take your held action now?
Um. So I lose my initiative order, right? To
That-
him if I do that.
Yes.
Um.
You'll go on 16 then.
You know what? I don't think I really do anybody any favors by being up early in the initiative order. Anyway, yeah. Let's do that. We're
Okay.
gonna
I'm moving you to 16 then.
Okay. We're gonna give him a blast of flies.
Okay.
Actually, wait. Let me before I say it, let me check. I think I used a quick action first, and that's still burnt.
Yes.
So let me check what this spell is that I would want to cast otherwise. Where is that Hammer of Faith? Is a you know what? No, it's a close quarter spell. Instead, I am going to cast Hammer of Faith.
Okay. Which does?
Which that until the end of the battle, my basic melee attacks use D12s, and because it's 5th level, my melee attacks deal half damage on misses.
Okay. So that's your standard action to cast that, right?
Yep.
Okay. God, call is not seen it. Black Dog on 14.
Okay, I'm looking up to see if rage is a quick action.
Okay.
Hold on. I know pretty much what I'm going to do. Because you can only have one quick action, right?
Right. That's a quick action, yeah.
Okay. Then I will rage. Move over. Hit the Sasrak.
Okay. It is an AC of 26.
Well, that's not good.
We need to be debuffing.
So we
this.
needed to raid all 3 storerooms, is what you're trying to say.
So it has an AC of 26.
Okay. D20.
Holy shit!
And guess what the next one is?
I
Nice.
know what
and
the next
didn't,
one is.
Didn't Tommaso just do a triple
Triple critical?
critical thing?
Okay, so that'll hit.
Yeah, you think?
That's a critical, right?
Yes.
Okay.
D10 plus 7. Ugh, bad. 54.
54 points.
No, triples. 81.
81 points of damage. You will cut into it. It is solid. But you know your next hit will be just as badass.
If I live.
If you live. Kathak.
When you say solid, you mean like stone kind of solid?
No,
or-
like it is muscle and
Oh.
blaze as he bites into this thing.
Muscle and would you say blaze?
He's got that psychic blaze that's sort of a field around it, so that kind of turns the blade aside partially when he goes to hit this thing. That's why it has such a high AC.
Huh. Interesting. That is very interesting. So, describe a little bit more what this space is. Is it like, are we in one of these bubbles? And
You're
is this
inside a bubble, and it looks like this is some sort of weird control center. I mean, it has levels to it. You can see this drop down into the void. There's the building ahead of you that it seems to have stairs going down, and then you go up levels with the steps up to some.
And what's the distance between here and there?
That's far away.
Okay. But we can see from there.
You guys saw
here.
when you came in.
Because we had to come down through the.
You kind of came
the
down at
bubble.
an angle down in here, so
Okay.
you guys saw them. So probably you don't have direct line of sight. You probably have line of sight on the disassembler and the Cesaric.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to declare this thing as my target.
And when you say this thing, you mean the Cesaric?
The yeah, this thing.
Okay.
And I'll take a double shot on it.
Okay, let's have you take that first shot, Ben. You need to hit a 26.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Just seeing.
But you're gonna roll 20, so it's no big deal.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm gonna burn my runestone on this.
Okay.
Wait, let me just see what. Archery roll. Okay, archery. Lethal hunter. Okay, yeah, I think that's all the bonuses I get. So here we go.
What the fudge?
It's the PC's night.
Holy crap. Now, Lethal Hunter gives you triple damage, right?
Lethal hunter, my crit range expands by +3.
Okay, so it just does that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
just
my invocation does not affect ranged attacks.
Oh,
so
okay. So it's just standard.
not better from
Standard
that.
that. Okay.
all right. So it's what, double damage or something?
Unless you have anything that ups that.
It does
Double,
a
triple.
double damage.
Okay. All right. I will roll that double damage. So.
Okay. And you're using d6s because you're doing the
Yep.
double shot?
Yep.
Okay.
5d6 plus 10 plus 2 is 62 points.
62 points. Holy crap, you guys. It's now staggered. Okay. Your second shot?
Okay, and I use my bow of the north wind, and when I hit something, I start to fly.
Okay.
And I can keep flying as long as I want.
All right, so I'm gonna let's see what we got here. Is a good thing to mark that you're flying. Do we have like a wings? Yeah, I'll put this little wing symbol on you to show that you're flying. Okay. Do you want to take your second shot?
26 plus 2. Yeah, I'll take my second shot.
Okay. You should, since you rolled the lower damage. So that second shot will miss, but your first one sinks deeply into it.
So I'll use the reroll on this.
Okay. Yes, burn
so-
your abilities. I mean, okay, go ahead. This increases your crit range by a couple more, too.
Yes, and also increase my crit range is now +3.
Okay. So that will be a critical.
Yes.
Oh my god. Roll your damage again, d6s.
68.
68.
God, it's got to be limping now.
We did a ridiculous amount of damage this thing.
It's still up. Rook on 28. Now this thing has bellowed when it's been hit. Probably feel it as much in your bones from the noise of it as much the sort of psychic pressure from its cry.
Probably alerted
Yeah.
other things, but my shadow thing, I could move, but I'm going to come out of the shadow thing. There's nothing else within range.
That's,
Probably kind of like a sentinel-y sort of thing.
So I don't really guess there's nothing to do but try to finish it off, move up, and
AC 26, Scott. Escalation die is at 1.
escalation is plus 1. Come on, 20. Oh.
So you will miss with that shot as you pop out of the darkness.
Wait, I'll use the reroll on this one.
Okay.
I only get it when coming out of the shadow.
It's like, go right ahead.
Oh.
Just pre-fight.
All
still
right.
missed. But I do.
Miss damage, yeah.
How much damage do you do?
Second here.
Scott?
I'm looking. You don't get. Do you get the actual met? I guess.
No, miss
No,
damage
you
is
don't
just
get
miss
weapon.
damage.
Okay.
How much do you do?
10 points.
10 points. It dies.
Yes.
You sons of bitches. You sons of bitches.
Well, Sandra, just to rub salt in the wounds. Do I still get my next one's a crit?
Yeah. As long as you don't, as long as you make an attack on your following round.
Ooh.
Okay. So on 24, you'll see this guy appear here. The air just kind of warps around and he teleports out. And he will let loose down at Tommaso Black Dog Rook. So,
Counterspell.
okay. Counterspell is against MD, right?
Let me check real quick. It's right here.
Okay.
But I can't let that go. It
You
is.
say let loose.
Yeah, it's in my intelligence and level versus MD.
Okay, MD 22.
Spelling.
Okay.
So that will go off. He will only hit one
Sure.
target. So let's see who he hits. Tommaso, what is your MD?
Thanks to your toad helmet, it's probably pretty high.
Matt, you might be muted.
Yeah, I don't hear you.
18.
Okay. So that will hit, and you will take 24 points.
All right. So
Sorry.
As a secondary effect, you can't attack next round. You can do other kinds of actions, but you cannot make an attack. And this,
Is that an affliction that he can save versus?
it only lasts for the following round. It's just a
Okay.
attack effect.
Well, that would have been a dick move on Carl to get rid of his crit.
Yeah. Okay. Ben, you'll see that disassembler thing. It looks like this. Come floating over the gap, and then this one comes floating down here. Scott, what is your AC?
What's the yellow dot and the pink dot?
I to represent that's the yellow disassembler and that's the pink disassembler, just to keep them differentiated for you guys.
Oh, I see.
19.
19. Okay, so he's rolling.
And these are all the same things, even though they're different pictures. They're all Gav called whatever things.
Yep, that's the guy.
Oh, he's got illusions of himself or something like that.
Or he split himself into 3 so he can do this ritual.
Scott, you will take 21 points of damage as this thing lets loose with a blast of energy that cuts across you.
Hold on, let me see here. I think I got something for that.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Ben, what's your AC?
17.
17. Is that with your new armor?
Oh no. Let me see. Where's my character? Oh, here it is.
Yes, I do have it. I will.
What is the armor?
It gives you +2, so it'll be 19.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that in the description. Yeah, okay, so it's a 19.
So that's a critical. So you will take 42 points of damage.
Okay, well, I have swift dodge.
Okay.
I have a 6. My attack against AC. To interrupt action requires momentum, but doesn't spend it.
Okay.
It just makes him re-roll the attack on me.
Okay. So I will re-roll the attack on you.
And I will also activate Spiky Bastard.
Well, it's a ranged attack.
Oh, never mind, then I won't.
Okay. And I will actually miss with that second shot, Scott. Good call. Ben, did you take the 42?
So I just want to verify the armor is giving me +2 to my AC, is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. And I took 42 points of damage.
That is correct.
Okay. So I'm out. Did we get a recovery between all of this? Between last time and this time?
Well, you
Nope.
you guys spent a recovery to get yourself up to where you were at the start of the battle.
I didn't roll any recovery. Does
You
that
did
mean
at the
we
end of
rolled-
last session to get yourself up from where you guys were at. You had to roll to get yourself above half.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you guys need to declare that before we move on those things.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm dead. Or I'm
Well,
out.
no, you're
I'm
out.
I'm out, yeah.
So
And
that
0. -3.
Gav call will move over to that spot. Coach Chanel on 21.
Okay. This is like the bitchiest thing in the whole world.
Okay.
But I'm essentially going to cast a spell called Golden Worms
I like this so
Protection.
good.
And essentially what this does is because that bug is engaged with a Kathak.
It is not engaged. It is at range.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I misunderstood how that worked. Okay.
Well, I'm out, so it's not engaged.
No. It was actually a thing that works because you are out. But if it's not actually engaged, then it doesn't.
Correct.
Shooting death
So-
beam.
Yeah, I didn't engaged. I don't know.
Engaged
It's
means that
like
you're
one of those things
in hand-to-hand combat.
Okay. So, all right then.
Like
Then it doesn't
marriage.
work.
But
Yeah. Okay. So, too bad. Oh well. So sad. Would have been a good trick. Maybe if.
Someone
So
else
what I
goes
will
down.
do is okay. So everything here has ranged attacks. So that's
Yes.
I have very few things that are going to be effective for stopping attacks. So I guess I'll just go for killing things. So I will. Shit. I will lay down a ray of frost on the dissembler to see what happens.
The yellow one or the pink one?
Yellow one that just killed Kathak.
Okay. AC. Is that PD or MD?
That is versus PD.
20.
Okay.
Escalation die is a 1.
Yeah.
Kind of move over. This thing is floating sort of ponderously. It's got that energy coming out of it. It's lanced Kathak, who crashes to the ground, already weakened from the previous fights.
Ugh.
So you will miss.
All right.
Okay. Tommaso
It moves weird. There.
Tommaso on 16.
All right, I will put. Wait, I don't think my spells are so weird. Well, no, this will work. I am going to cast Strength of the Gods on Carl. That gives him plus 46 on his melee attacks.
Is that a quick or a standard?
That is a quick.
Okay.
And as a standard action, I am going to cast Turn Undead on Ben. But I've got the adventurer feat that lets me allow it to turn undead into a heal.
Okay.
And so, but and that's just goob because
Yeah.
that's a standard action. And so Ben gets a recovery of +10.
Okay, Ben, roll
Nice.
your recovery dice.
Okay. Let's see. Why is okay?
So Black Dog. So what does it look like when you give the strength to Black Dog?
It's like his flesh becomes almost raw and bloated as he kind of swells.
Jesus.
His flesh maybe cracks a little bit, a little oozing going on now.
I don't think Black Dog cares at the moment. He's foaming at the mouth.
You know, if we're gonna use like that mage bonus instead of strength of the gods, we would call this like corpse strength or something
Okay.
like that.
So Ben, you hit the ground and almost immediately feel that sort of weird under your skin feeling that you get when Tommaso uses a heal on you, but it actually feels even different. And you'll kind of roll and come to.
Nice.
Okay. So that was Tommaso on 16. He hasn't been attacked yet.
Thank you, Matt.
So Black Dog on 14.
Oh. Get up right up to him. I assume I can hit him.
Yes, you could hit him, though he does have does some damage when you engage with him in hand to hand. But go ahead. You could,
Dodge this.
AC 22.
And you're getting a crit this
Oh, I
attack,
hit.
aren't you?
Oh, that's right. Is it that if you hit you do critical damage, or is it that it's automatically a crit?
It's your thing. It says it's the sigil sword. So it says if natural 20, next one is a auto crit. But that so I don't know.
That sounds like an auto crit.
Yeah, I have to check that. We'll play it that way since that's the way we've been doing it. Okay, Carl, roll your damage.
10, 7 plus 4d6. 156.
156. Huh.
Nice.
Wow, that's pretty amazing there.
Does it kill the dissembler?
Yes, it does kill the dissembler.
Woohoo!
One-shotted. Bitch.
One-shotted.
Oh, there's nobody in the way now.
Little do you know, it only had 10 points and was meant to explode in your face.
You do take 14 points damage, Carl, for engaging in hand-to-hand with it.
I don't even know if that can be considered engaging in hand-to-hand.
Really? All right.
Didn't feel like a commitment enough to be an
You just kind of popped a balloon is what you did.
That was pretty amazing there. Hang on,
Good roll.
just 1 second. I wish I check something. I'll find what it is. I will find that, and I will destroy you with it. Okay, Kathak on 10.
All right. I think I'm gonna shoot at this guy.
Okay. His AC is a 22.
Right. Escalation, and do we have any other? I didn't declare anything else. I don't have anything. Oh, I gotta. How long does that runestone last? Just one shot, right? Is that right?
I think it's actually lasts for the battle.
I think it's one battle. I think.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. So, runestone, my natural bonus, my bow, escalation. Okay. All right. Here we go. Boom. 29.
So that will hit. Please roll your damage.
Right. So it's gonna be 5d8 plus 10 plus 2. 34.
34 points of damage. Yeah, Carl, actually, it's the way it works is when you crit with a natural 20 using this weapon, you deal crit damage instead of normal damage if you hit with this weapon again during your next turn.
Oh, okay. What was his? That's fine with me. What's his?
I'm not going to worry about it because you were pretty close to killing him anyway because these things don't have that many hit points.
I will use my lethal and re-roll it.
Okay.
So 14 plus 9.
Yeah, that would have hit
20,
22.
23.
So that would have hit. So you will pop it. Ben did
Like
30,
a
40.
balloon, stay firm is there.
Okay. Now, escalation die is a 2.
Bum bum.
Rook.
Drums of war sound.
We whooped a lot of ass for the
Oh.
escalation die only being 2 right now.
I know. I'm actually.
Yeah, I'm really glad that dog didn't hit. Don't even want to know what that was.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Well, everybody's MD defense is pathetic, probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except mine, probably.
I'm disappearing in the shadows again.
Okay. Closest MD is a 22.
Escalation dice is 2.
Oh, you get to add your escalation die to that? Oh, yeah, that's because it's a skill thing?
It's actually an attack.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually attacking their MD.
Right. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So you will vanish into the shadows.
Woot woot.
Huh. Yeah, that counter magic there. So let's take the shot that way. All right. So he will fire another spell down.
Okay. I will counter magic it.
Okay, need to hit a 22.
Okay.
How many counter spells do you have?
2.
Okay, so this is the second one.
Right. That's right. That's how I was counting it.
I know.
So,
For
and I
those
get to
listening
add-
at home.
So I'm going to roll this and add it one more time. And add 1 to this. So hopefully I hit. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, anyway.
Not having the luck that you did.
Essentially, I'm throwing glitter at him.
Yeah.
And-
His spells are potent. I mean, you can feel
Uh-huh.
that, and they operate differently than your magics. You're trying to compensate, and it is essentially warping around your counter magic.
Okay.
All right, so he will hit 2 targets. So, Cochanel, what is your MD?
My MD is 21.
Oh, sorry, PD.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Much easier.
16, you know what? I will use my cloak of shielding,
Okay, hang on.
and she gets to use mine instead.
Okay.
Woot!
So, what is your PD?
Mine is... Where'd the character sheet go?
13.
Mine
Yeah, right.
is 19.
Okay.
Oh,
And
that's much
what?
better.
And your MD was what, Sherry?
My MD is 21.
Okay. And your MD, Matt?
My MD is 18.
18. Okay. So I was actually getting things down because he has two different attacks. He is going to use the one that goes versus MD, so you don't have to activate your cloak, Matt.
Okay.
And so I'm rolling and adding 10. Okay, so this is versus Sherry. So that will hit for 24 points.
Okay.
And then against Matt, that will miss. And Sherry, you cannot attack next round.
Okay.
Okay? So that was him on 24. Disassembler on 23. Let's see. Is following the Gav Call's lead. So, Sherry, what is your AC? Yeah, what's your AC?
My AC is 20.
Okay. So the dissembler turns his beam on you and does 21 points.
Okay.
Cleric!
I have pretty good hit points, so I'm still at 19 of 90.
Okay.
Cleric!
You have 90 hit points? Wow.
Yeah, I have a con of 3.
Carl, what's your PD?
Con
PD
bonus.
is 19.
Mages must get tons of hit points.
You will take
No.
32 points of damage as another one of these guys pops up at the start of this bridge and lets loose with this energy that kind of ripples across your skin. You know, you're boosted up and you'll feel your skin almost tear from that. Cushinel on 21.
So I can't attack, huh?
That's correct.
Does that mean that I can't cast magic?
You can cast magic as long as it's not an attack.
Okay. So let's see here. Then
Puffs!
let's see here. Then I will, but see, we're only at 2, so these are not particularly useful. Huh. So what I'm going to do is, he's on that bridge.
Yep.
I mean, can I knock the mortar out from underneath this guy?
Define for me how that spell is working.
It is essentially a smash stone kind of thing.
Read me the spell.
Let's see here. Oh, I'm looking for it. That's it.
Sure,
I'm just
sure.
asking if
No.
I could do that.
Well,
if
I
that
need to
counts.
know what the spell is
It is-
before I can answer you.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to find it. Sorry. Big list. Oh, I could freeze liquid. That would be awesome too. It's brittling. Oh, I see. It's actually something that I have to do this and then an attack spell later.
Okay.
Can I do that?
So you want to make the bridge brittle?
No. Well, what I want to, yes, but see, I have to touch it. So can I walk over to essentially this thing that Gaval, who's right above me, is on that stone, and essentially weaken that stone there?
Brittle that Gaval Red is standing on?
Red is standing on, yeah.
Sure, I'll let you do that.
Okay, thank you. That's what I will do.
Okay.
It says it can touch the thing and to freeze it cold, rendering it brittle and easier to shatter. Reduces the difficulty skill of a skill check to break it by 1. But still,
Okay.
it's an effort towards that since I can't do much of anything else. Sorry, guys, my buffs are not effective at this point so early in the battle.
Tommaso on 16.
All right,
like a
so
Blade
I am
or
going
that-
to invoke my domain protection to allow me to put 2 additional allies on a broad effect spell. And then I am going to cast, what's it called? Where's my character sheet? It is called Divine Endurance. Everybody gets 30 temporary hit points.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And so then let me ask you now,
Sure.
in terms of movement, because it's kind of abstract in this game, what would it take to get me toward a Gov call? Can I do that in 1 round?
Probably can't get to a Gov call because unless you can fly, because he's up. There's one that's closest to you is up on this ledge, about 30 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
The other one, you'd have to go up these stairs. You could probably get with a full move up to the essentially other end of the bridge from him.
Oh, all right, we'll do that then.
Okay. Go trotting over there. Any other actions I should know about?
That's all I can do then, right?
Okay, yep.
Because the full move takes up everything else.
Oh, what kind of move does it take to do a recovery?
It takes an action. You have to do a rally.
Okay, so it takes a standard action because my cantrip is just a quick action.
Yeah,
So I
standard
could do
action.
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I will spend one of my recoveries to do that since I'm a little low. And
Okay.
it's not like my recovery rolls are that much.
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Okay. 22. Okay.
Okay. Gav call on 15.
Oh, that's nice.
You'll see that Cesaric appear over there. And that is. So it doesn't have a marker on that.
What appear over where? Oh, that. Is that another one?
Yes. Black dog on 14.
Did that come out of the blue, or is that somewhere just on the map I missed?
No, the green Gav call gestured and it appeared next to him.
Oh, wow.
Can I get to this guy?
Jesus.
Yeah, you're at the top of those stairs. Yeah, you can do that as a move.
As a full, I mean, do I have a standard action then? Or no?
Yeah.
I can attack? Okay. I will attack.
Okay. AC of 22.
22. Okay, and I will.
Did we lose you? No, there we go.
Okay, so 10 plus 9, 19.
Plus 2 is 21.
Oh, plus 2, 21. He's got 22?
Yeah.
So I will declare violence.
Okay.
Gives me plus 1d4 to hit.
All right. So that will hit then, Carl.
Okay.
Pretty sure violence was already happening.
Oh, hold on.
Plus Matt's damage, right?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, 46
So 13,
through the whole
yeah.
battle.
So 28 and 13, so 41.
41. You will hit into him. He doesn't fall back like you'd expect him to. He's pretty tough when you hit him. He'll kind of look and he will mouth words and says something to you, and it takes his voice registers like a second out of sync as he says, "Orc, you need to leave this place." Kathak on 10.
Okay, my recovery.
Okay.
Okay, minus the 6, so 49.
Kathak on 10.
Alright, I'm gonna fly up to here
Okay.
and shoot this guy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your
And,
attack.
let's see. I want to use some things here. Alright, I guess actually I'm going to use my champion feat level lethal hunter and declare this guy as my target.
Okay.
So I have +3 to my crit
That you
range
do.
against this guy.
AC of 22.
Escalation die is 2.
Is 2. All right. Triple damage.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
Holy
Nice.
smoke attacks.
And you did that as a single attack, so it's D8s.
Yep. +2. Is that it? Yeah. Plus. Right? I got that right. Yep. Okay. Dunk. So 93.
93. So you will sink that into his back. It buries itself. You will probably see the arrow come out the other side on him.
Nice.
And he is still up, and he will turn to look at you. That's on that turn. Escalation die goes to 3, but Rook starts the turn.
I guess Rook will spend his momentum to pull off a daring stunt the likes of which people could scarcely conceive, and I will basically leap up from rock to rock in front of this waterfall and climb up, flip behind this guy and stab him.
The blue
Nice.
or the red?
The blue,
Okay.
because I need black dogs being engaged. For my sneak
True.
attack.
Okay. So let's have you make that dexterity roll for the thing. Do you have to make a skill check on
I don't
that?
have to roll as a swashbuckler. You don't have to need a difficult skill check roll to pull the stone off.
Then you will up that, hit, land behind him, Scott. AC of 22. Escalation die is a 3. Triple critical, if you critical.
What are the odds?
1 in 20.
I do not critical.
Do not critical, but you will hit. Roll your damage or double damage right for your From the Shadows.
6 plus 8 plus. Matt didn't give me anything else except for the extra critical
That's correct.
thing. So, 47 times 2.
94.
94 points.
He is. You drive your dagger into his back, and he will cry out, but he is. And again, he screams, and it takes a second for the sound of it to come out of him. But he is still up. Red Gavkal on 24. Ben, what is your PD?
PD.
ECV?
17.
17. He will turn and grab up the very air around him, kind of rips a section out of space and time and flings it at you. And misses.
Yay!
Goes past you.
Well, space and time are doing constant low-level damage over time to you.
Right. So he gets that effect because he rolled badly. Okay. And he also gets a recovery.
Should I give him a raspberry?
You could certainly do that. With the escalation die. So that's...
I could use the distraction, so yes, please.
Only one man would give
You
him
missed.
that very Lone Star.
All right. Dissembler on 23. Ben, what is your AC?
19.
19.
Help, I'm being oppressed by the system.
No. It's a mean old assembler.
That will hit, but will not crit. You will
Ouch.
take 21 points of damage.
Ouch. Wizard is about to die.
Yeah.
Archer is about
Use
to
a
die.
potion. Use a potion.
Gavkal on 22 will raise his arms out and let loose with a spell around him. And Rook, what is your MD?
Question. 15.
All right, you will take 24 points of psychic damage. Carl, what is your MD?
My MD is 16.
You will take 24 points of psychic damage.
Ouch.
And Carl, the secondary effect on that psychic attack is that you can't attack next round.
Unfortunately, I negate the second effect. If
I know. That's why I was sad I rolled a 6 on that randomizer there.
But I get a recharge on a 16 plus.
Okay. Cochinelle on 21.
All right. I'm going to ritualize my ray of frost. Essentially what it is I'm blasting cold and ice up through this stone that's already old, ancient, and crumbling in order to essentially I flash it up in there and then it whips away because it's just the ray.
Okay.
And that's to crumble that stone right out from underneath him.
Okay. Does that do damage, or how should we resolve that?
Well, essentially what it is when I ritualize it, what I'm doing is instead of having to cast at a foe, I'm casting at at the inanimate, essentially at the stone.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So it does damage to the stone, but this turn I can do damage. So.
Right. So why don't you roll the damage on the stone?
Okay. Hold on a second. So that's 68.
Ouch.
All right.
25.
So let's say that goes smashing. He's not expecting that because he's turned to face Kathak and he's got this arrow through him. Let's say he comes crashing down here.
Right.
Let's say he takes half that damage.
Okay.
And let's also say that he's hampered.
What does that mean?
He's at a penalty on his next round.
Okay. Okay.
Does that seem reasonable?
Let's see here. Yeah. Let me do a quick thing here.
Do you have a quick action?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to see if I had a cantrip that would sort of hold him down even more, if that makes any sense.
Right.
Is there any liquid around here?
Uh,
Because I can see stuff that looks flowy, but I can't tell if that's water, like in
let's do even yes, odd no.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. All right. So what I'm going to do is, I will take I'll essentially cast the rope, and I'll cast that rope around it to essentially try to impede his casting. So to put him at a penalty to that. So I'm
Okay.
essentially going to start looping that rope around him.
All right.
It's just a cantrip.
Seems fair enough. Tommaso on 16.
All right, I will move to a self call here.
Okay.
I will take a melee attack against him.
Okay. He has an AC of 22.
22, oh boy.
Yeah.
Escalation die is a 3.
All right, so where's my? Let me just adjust this.
Are you gonna slap him with the glove?
I don't have the glove on. I opted against wearing the glove. So what do we got here? 3 does not hit, but since I cast Hammer of Faith on myself, I do half damage on a miss.
Ooh, nice. Roll your miss damage.
My damage rolled on that. I just used the sheet.
Oh,
so
okay.
It's,
So 49. So you're going to
49.
do 24 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay. 4 means 129. Smash into him.
And then on my quick action, I will put a heal on Kathak.
Okay.
So Kathak, roll recovery
Thank you.
+10 on my dime.
Thank you so much. Wizard was about to die.
All right. Gav call 15. What is your PD, Matt?
PD is 19.
Okay. So this guy up here moves to the edge, and he lets loose again, distorts, grabs up a section of the world, and throws it at you. Kind of feel it warp and appear inside of you.
Ugh.
And you're going to take 32 points of damage.
All right.
Ouch.
Black dog on 14.
Tomas is not in my way, is he?
Nope, you guys are sort of shoulder to shoulder on that bridge.
Okay. Then I am going to take a quick action and take the rune stone, stick it to my head.
Okay.
Gives me one random benefit.
Okay, let me go on that. So it's on your armor, right?
Yeah, well, it's on my helmet.
Right. Roll percentiles. You can take your first rally this battle with a quick action instead of a standard action.
Okay, and it gives me +1 to what?
Doesn't give you a +1.
Well, the runestone gives me.
Oh yeah, the runestone gives you +1 to AC.
AC. Okay. Okay. So I'll take out Gav Kai, whatever his name is.
Gavcall?
Gavcall.
Gavcall Blue?
Gavcall Blue. And that is
He needed the money. Oh.
Not a critical.
Not a critical. But that will hit the AC of 22. Roll your damage, sir.
56.
56. $235. He is still up, but he is barely standing. Kathak on 10.
Okay. I will. He seems really wounded, right?
He seems wounded. Both Gavcalls seem pretty badly wounded.
I hit him for like 90 some. Alright, I'm gonna fly, just hover in the air and shoot him.
Okay. He's hampered, but he has a AC bonus from last time, so he's still a straight 22.
Wow.
Yeah, because of his bad roll, he gets a bonus to his AC on that round. Which is why you're shooting the building actually kind of sucked for him.
Okay.
Let's see, 2 plus the stone plus the escalation is 3 plus my number. Alright, 28.
That will hit. Roll your damage, sir.
My damage is 58 plus 10 plus 2, okay.
29 points.
So I'll be right back.
You will sink another arrow into him, Ben.
Cool.
And this Sasarak will teleport down. Does anyone know what Carl's AC is? Or sorry, MD?
Nope. He hasn't. He said that to you earlier.
Oh, okay.
With the thing, but I don't recall what he said.
Okay. I will wait till he's back then. Or I can just hit Matt.
His MD shouldn't. Doesn't he have a character sheet?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, he doesn't update his character sheet here.
Oh.
I can't see his character sheet anyway. I don't know if it's DM locked as well, but
Oh. Interesting.
Looks like his MD is 12, but I think it's higher than that. Well, we'll roll and we'll see what I roll. If I roll really well, then we know I hit him. If we didn't, there'll be a question.
You have been rolling quite well. So.
I have been rolling. Ugh. Now I gotta ask him.
This is going to be 4 plus something, right? Or
And of course, it does a secondary effect that he's gonna. Oh no! Well, we have to see that.
Ha! So, you rolled a natural 1 through 5. I'm going to Curse of Chaos you.
Oh, nice.
Is that an engaged foe or any foe that you can do that to?
A nearby enemy rolls a natural 1 through 5 on an attack. Once per battle, you can turn their roll into a natural 1 and curse them.
Okay. I will say that
The
when
attempt
it
backfires
lands
horribly.
and goes to attack, it slides. It still does its psychic attack on Carl, but it is at a disadvantage on AC for next time. Carl, you back?
Yes, I'm back.
What is your MD?
MD is 16.
16. It fucking misses.
Andy's cursed.
And I
Andy's
cursed him
cursing.
because he rolled a 4.
God bless it.
Like a mental backfire.
So, for future reference, the Sark is at an AC disadvantage on this until its next action. Top of the next round, 28. It is Rook going.
I must kill this mage.
Okay, AC of 22, Scott. Escalation die is a 4.
6.
These guys are
Oh, look at that.
tough cookies.
Oh, yeah.
My Elven Grace kicks in.
Okay.
These guys are tough cookies.
So 2020 plus. That will miss. But it does do 2d6 plus. So, takes 11.
So sometimes I hate you guys. You miss, just do some jabs at him, but he's so weakened by those sort of blows when you kind of cut across his arm as he's blocking that he drops and vanishes, Scott. It seems like he kind of falls out of the world as he collapses. Your second action? Want to attack the Sark? Want to go into the shadows?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to try to go into the shadows.
Okay. Nearest MD, highest MD around here is 24.
So, 9 plus 1. Woohoo!
You will go into the shadows.
Gosh, you've been doing really well with that tonight.
Man, that guy's amazing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Colin,
Where'd he go? Where'd he
Pops
go?
in, kills something, disappears.
okay,
This is how
Colin
it
will
should be.
teleport out of the rope, Sherry.
Okay. Like he was laying down and he still teleported?
Yes.
But I can still see him.
Yes. He is hampered, which he will let's see, do that.
Means nothing.
Okay. So what is your PD?
My PD is 16, lol.
Okay. Plus 4 for his being hampered on this round, so you have a PD of 20 right now,
Okay.
effectively, for his attack. So he will hit you for 32.
Okay.
You got 30 temporary hit points, so
I know.
That was God Call on 24. 23, the Dismember will fire at Ben. Ben, what is your AC?
19.
Okay.
this disassembler seems to have it in for you.
So he will hit for 21 points of damage.
I don't think he's missed you all night.
I know. Just like a pincushion. Alright, I have 9
Pretty
left
big
on
pins.
You have 9 left?
9 left on the temporary 30.
Okay. Cochinelle on 21.
Okay, so quick action freeze,
Okay.
which essentially, and then hit him with a ray of frost.
All right. Roll the ray of frost.
Okay, that ray of frost is versus PD.
Okay, so he is an 18 PD.
Okay. Okay, so this is add 4 to this.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice. That will hit.
So I hit him.
Roll your damage.
Okay. 23. But he's stuck.
Okay.
He can't move.
All right. You will hit him and freeze and kind of lock up his clothing there. Tommaso on 16.
All right. See on hit points. Everybody doing okay right now?
I got 40.
I got 24.
I'm doing good,
That's-
thank you.
24 is not good.
I'm good.
But he's
I'm
invisible.
full.
24 still. That's within one shot territory.
Except that you can't see Scott right now because he is in shadows. He can't be targeted by bad guys or you.
In that case, I will do is I will move in on the Saserac and let's see, we will do a melee attack.
AC of 26, so that will miss. So you take
Let's see what I
5s.
got.
18.
Plus half damage from the, cause I got the spell on.
Okay.
It takes 18.
18.
Actually, and plus actually 1d6 because of my magic item.
Yeah, roll it. Every little bit counts. 21 points. That's still not bad. Respectable. Get a call on 15. Let's see. Oh, man. He focuses. Black dog
That's not
on 14.
Rage hit versus Sarak.
Cesarek. All right. Escalation die is 4. 22 AC.
Crap. So 7. That's not going to make it. 7. 4, 11. Yeah, it's not even close. It's 20.
Okay. You will go up, take the swing, and miss. Kathak on 10.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to. So what happened here? Why is he over here again?
He teleported over there.
And he got out of some.
She
some kind of
had thrown her rope out, the magic rope, to kind of tie him up, and he teleported out of that.
Okay. All right.
But he's frozen now, so he's probably easy to hit.
Well, that doesn't affect his AC, but it does affect his movement.
I'll drift over here and hit him.
Okay. Need to hit a 22, sir.
The escalation is
4.
All right.
Oh, yeah. That will hit. So, Cochinelle has frozen him up as he's kind of gone there and tried to use his effects, and you will fly over and shoot him with a bow. Drop an arrow into him. 38 points of damage. 91. He drops.
Woohoo!
Oh, wow. I was going to finish him at this.
And again, he falls into the ground there as he cries out, delayed call, and vanishes. Cesarek on a black dog. Black dog. What's your MD?
16.
That will hit for 38 points of damage. And, oh, he was just short for the extra attack. That's his ass.
Oh, he'll live.
Escalation die is 5. Rook. Disassemblers tearing
Okay.
people up. Cesark is beating on Black Dog. Psychic
Gavkal
Cries.
is focusing. Can you get over there, Scott? Could
All
Rook
right.
get over there to Gavkal and give him a stab? Oh, such a stab.
It's not a stab. It's, a gentle love tap. Helping him.
So my grace will go off.
Okay.
Ooh, 2 movement. 2
Let's
action.
see. Um,
Nice.
What'll it be?
yeah, I guess I'd like to get up to Gavkal and use my swashbuckler again.
So what does it look like when you do that? Describe to me that you're in the shadows, what that looks like.
Basically, you only see sort of a vague outline that sort of bulges out as it hits each of these sort of shadow points, like the lip here. As the shadows cast down, you sort of see it grow as I basically scramble up the side of this thing, and eventually sort of the shadow bulges by the shadow that he casts, and I sort of appear out of it.
Okay. Let's have you take that shot, Scott.
God, this hurt. 24.
That will hit. Roll your damage, sir.
So 5d8 plus 2, 6 plus 8 plus 2. Oh, nice.
Is that 104 damage you just did?
104 damage.
And your second action, Scott?
Stab him again!
You're going to stab him again? All right, roll to hit. I thought you were going to go into the shadows now.
I can't because I'm engaged.
Oh, that's right. I thought you disengaged and try it.
Oh, lol.
Since he's in the device to automatically disengage.
I could, yeah. I don't know. Is that a quick action?
Yeah, but you got to roll really well to go back into the shadows.
Oh, my urging me to be brave. You can do it, Rook.
You could.
Need
Rook.
to hit a 22, Scott. You're cutting out on us. Are we losing everybody or just Scott?
I can
No,
hear
I'm
you still.
fine.
Okay.
I do hear clicking noises.
That
from
will
Scott.
hit, Scott. Roll your damage. Oh. Lost your audio, Scott.
I lost his audio. Whoa.
Yeah, no, he dropped out of the call. There we go. Let's see him come back on. There we go.
There we go. You got me?
Yes,
Yep.
got you
Yeah.
back. All right, roll your damage, Scott.
Let's see. 5d8 plus 8 plus 2 27.
27.
Hold on, let me see.
And bleeding, right?
Yep.
What's a bleeding damage?
On his turn, he'll take 1d4 times my level, so he'll take 5d4.
Okay. Remind me when his turn comes around, okay?
Okay.
Disassembler will target Cochinelle since she is the closest target. What is your AC?
My AC is 20.
That will hit for 21 points of damage.
Awesome.
Cuts
This
across you.
disassembler's on fire.
It's just no one has any time to engage him, so that is what is happening.
Ain't
Is it
nobody got
21?
time for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Cochinelle.
Okay, okay, well, I got my freeze going, so I'm gonna hit him with a ray of frost and see if I can gack him or at least
Freeze
do
the
some damage to
dissembler
him.
to one of the nearby surfaces because he's flying?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Let's have you do that attack. AC 22.
Okay, so I gotta roll decently,
sorry.
and this is
PD,
what
PD 20.
PD 20. Okay. So this is plus the escalation die. So that's a 23.
23, that will hit. Roll
Okay.
your damage.
All right. 19.
19. And he is frozen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll take off the fly marker on him. And replace that with, let's see, we'll just do the sort of netting on him to show that he's kind of caught against that from the freezing.
Okay.
Scott.
My turn again? Awesome.
No. He vanishes back with his free disengage. And you will see that powered up energy that he stored up from last time. He will fire it off at you. Scott, what is your PD?
And all these odd numbers you asked for.
You've stabbed him twice, drawn his attention. He's got the energy crackling around him. He teleports, staggers back.
And then energy discharges into his own body.
If he rolls a 1, maybe.
17.
17. He will hit you, Scott, for 64 points of damage.
Holy smokies.
Wow.
Eyes down.
You will drop to the ground from the blast. His focused psychic energy, sort of essentially he grabs the world, the sort of nature, the air, everything around him, and it appears inside you. So you'll feel rocks, stones, air kind of rips holes in you when that hits.
How much was it again?
64.
60.
Black dog on.
And when do you die again?
So you die. Let's look that up since it's been a while since I killed you. Negative half, your maximum.
Negative half my maximum. Okay.
Yes. He takes 10 points of damage from the bleeding. Is that a save condition, or does he just keep taking it?
Since notes, yes, it's normal save.
Okay. So he will still keep bleeding. Black dog on 14. Out of the corner of your eye, see Rook go up there, stab the mage twice. Mage flips back, teleports back, and then blasts Rook, who collapses to the ground.
Okay. Pup, who did this to you? Who made you like this? It's that one up there, isn't it? I'll get him. I'll get him good. I'll kill the Sarek or hit the Sarek.
Okay, Sarek.
That wasn't the one that
AC 26.
Yeah, 2d20. Oh!
Oh my God. And that's a natural 20.
Yeah. Trust me, I saw that one.
Oh my God!
Oh, that was me, Scott. He took
okay.
13 more points of damage than I said.
168.
Boom! Slash, cut him, crash, dead.
Wow.
Wow.
You just cleave him in twain, Black Dog.
You should be taking the heads of these things as trophies,
Except
if
that they don't
had
have heads.
Kathak on
I like animals.
Kathak on 10.
I don't like people who fuck them up.
All right. So.
Oh wait, I can take a move action now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Woo! What's the quickest way up here?
Ow.
How far
Well,
can I get?
My lip
Up
is
those
cut.
stairs.
up those stairs.
How far can I get?
Well, if you so let me tell you about the possibilities here. Let me ask you first, Kathak. What are you thinking about doing?
All right, I'm thinking about, I guess hitting Gov Call. I don't know how far I can move and shoot.
Well, you could move and shoot. Now, the other option you could also do is since you're flying, you could conceivably move and take Black Dog up there instead of attacking.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, okay. And how would he'd have to get up these stairs normally, and he wouldn't be able to attack otherwise?
Probably not.
Well, I've
Right.
got 2 moves basically.
Oh, you got 2 moves. Yeah, so I guess he would be
Because, I
able
mean-
to make it. So yeah, there's actually no point. So,
But if I did that, would he get more attacks?
no, he wouldn't get more attacks.
Oh, okay. Right. Okay. Then I'll just fly up and shoot him.
Okay, need to hit a 22.
Ooh,
That will miss. Luckily, no one's engaged.
Wait, actually, did I have? I didn't. I only used one reroll.
That's
right?
true. So you can reroll again.
So I used my champion reroll to get a second roll. That was pretty bad. Ah.
Still
Oh
miss.
no! But wait, I get no. But wait, I forgot. I got a +2 on the second.
Oh, that's right. You
roll.
do. So roll your damage.
Boom,
33. So you'll sink an arrow into him. The escalation die goes to 6. Rook, I need you to make a death save. It is a D20. So you move 1 step forward towards the
I'm
grave.
coming to you.
She says, "It'll be okay. It won't hurt that much. Just come and join me, Rook. Just let go. Then we can be together."
Tommaso!
Disassembler will fire at you, Sherry.
Okay.
He is the death.
Oh, that's not what I want to do. That's D20.
You got to go before me, so I couldn't get out of the way.
And he will miss.
Finally.
Because your
Finally.
What's your PD? Is it 18?
Oh, he's against my PD? I thought he was against my AC.
Oh, no, this is AC. That's right. It is the top one. Ugh.
Okay.
God damn
so
it.
it's 20.
So that will miss Cochinelle.
Oh, shit. Okay. So I am going to hit him with Ray of Frost and hope I can end this thing. Of course, I
Okay.
have to actually roll, but
AC
okay. So
22.
this +6.
That will hit.
Okay. 27.
27. So that'll be that plus that means 46. It is still barely hanging on. It's trying to claw
Good.
its way to you.
You know what I'm going to do since it's stuck again?
Uh-huh.
Is I am going to move out of its line array of thing. I have a move action,
Okay.
so I'm going to use that building
To get out of its way.
to get out of its way.
Dive behind the rubble that you had there.
Yeah. that I created.
Tommaso!
All right, I'm gonna
16.
put Cure Wounds on Rook, so he can get a free recovery plus 10.
Okay.
That ability is awesome, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Saved my butt so many times.
It does use one of my recoveries, right?
Yes. Plus 10.
So 32. All right, positive.
That put you positive?
Yeah.
All right, and then I will take a ranged shot at Gov Call. So that is Wisdom plus level versus PD.
PD of 18.
Plus Wisdom plus level, so that's 4, 9. What? I set the back button, I guess.
Yep.
Oops. Alright. Level plus 9.
That will hit.
27 for 66 plus. Plus 54. Pretty great, though.
And doesn't it
For
double?
24.
24 points of damage. Okay, so that does that. 1, 1. 2, 220. Gov call on 15. You're the last person to hit him. Rook is just coming to. Tommaso, what is your PD?
PD is 19.
You see him let loose another one of these powered up bolts at you, sir. And he will hit for 64 points of damage.
Yikes.
I'll shake you off my
Holy
shoulders.
moly. Ouch.
How much is 61 you said?
64.
64. Alright, so that's... 'Tis but a flesh wound.
Let's see.
And I have scary gloves.
Oh yeah, you should just.
Throw one at his face.
He lets loose with that, fires it off, hits you. Rook, you kind of come to, and you'll see him kind of clutch his side even as he does that. And
Oh.
he looks at the bleed, the wound that he just kind of realized that has been gushing out from Rook's shot, and he will collapse and drop from the bleeding. Scott, you killed him with the bleed damage.
Yes.
Nice.
I
Very
got a
nice.
crit.
First time.
I got a crit.
No, not on me.
Sherry, the dissembler will kind of probably
It's my turn.
crack off.
I jump off.
Okay. I'm like, don't worry about it.
I have to montage this next bit here.
Okay.
Because even as this guy, the occultist, the singular mage, vanishes, his 3 mirrored, fugued selves torn apart, you will feel his holding of this place start to go.
Mm-hmm.
You guys will run in to the sort of this main chamber of this place, where you will see various icons and sigils, some of them of the icons, some of the marks and things. And there's kind of a desperate rush as you search and grab onto the mask of the Empress. And as you guys do, as you kind of hold onto that and kind of pull it out, you will feel that sort of protective energy flow out of the mask, kind of envelop you guys, even as the Torrentstal disrupts and returns from whence it came. and you can feel that discharge of energy of the magic stones that were in here as they kind of give out, and there will be a crashing as the Nautilus, the shell, the interior is kind of sucked in. Essentially, suddenly there's nothing there where there should have been something, and the shell will just collapse in on itself, crashing down. Tons of shell and rubble and so on will crash down, and as the sort of the dust clears, you will find yourselves atop that wreckage, safe and sound and holding this mask in your hands. And you'll probably, even as the sound dies down a little bit, you'll probably hear the cheers from the bastion across the bridges, as the crabmen and lobstermen seem to have vanished, seem to have been pulled away by whatever you did. And you'll hear the huzzas from them as you have given them
oh shit!
their deliverance. Yeah, there's a no shit there, but more a thank God you have the sense that they were almost overrun. And that's where we'll take up next time with you guys at level 6.
Woohoo!
Wow. Okay.
Wow, cool.
Does that feeling of being close to your spirit fade now?
Yes.
Oh.
She vanishes back into your heart.
It's as if she'd never been.
Yes.
Shut up, you!
You guys will get a full
What?
rest here.
Yay!
So you
Thank
don't need to
you.
worry about tracking your hit points or recoveries or anything like that.
That's good because I had no spells left.
Oh, man.
I know. I was literally down to just my at wills. I'm like,
Oh,
okay,
shit.
ray of frost.
Oh, man, that was... it's some bad
Yeah, I was
rolls
sitting there
there.
worried. I was like, we're gonna have the big fight next, aren't we?
Oh, no.
I probably would have started weeping.
Yeah.
So.
The three mages assume their second form.
Yes. It's Kefka. All right, well, I'm going to stop the recording there, okay?
Okay.